Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
You want me to go through the hood too?
Yeah. Big C! No hesitation. I'm coming for him right now. I'm going hard, niggas telling me to fight down. So hot I'm steaming. I will be undefeated. You hear a bunch of sirens and a lot of women screaming, talking headshots. Headshots. Can you see I'm taking headshots? Headshots. Leave them bleeding. I'm so hot I'm steaming. I will be undefeated. You hear a bunch of sirens and a lot of women screaming, but they see me, I'm fresh up in it. Rocking every track like I'm dressed up in it. Call me the tank cause I got no limit. Like Neil, I'm the one and it ain't no giving. All I know is go hard, nigga. Live action, no spawn, nigga. And I only speak the truth. King Kong against God, nigga. Hit the deck, better run like the cops coming. Cause when I show up, I'ma start gunning. Tired of weak niggas rapping like they own something. Leave them flat concrete, now they own something. Better watch your head, cause I'm leaving niggas dead. And I'm taking headshots, leaving rapping niggas scared. Bah! Big C, why you gotta be aggressive? That's the only way they gonna get the message. White rapper said he got a nigga stressing. Taking headshots, now they gonna lose that shit. I'm coming at everybody. Y'all heard me say everybody. Hear my name raining now. No hesitating, I'm coming for him right now. I'm going hard, niggas telling me to fight down. So I will be undefeated. You hear a bunch of sirens and a lot of women screaming, talking headshots. Headshots, can you see I'm taking headshots? Headshots, leave them bleeding. I'm so hot I'm steaming. I will be undefeated. You hear a bunch of sirens and a lot of women screaming, but King Kong ain't bang. Put it work like a chain gang. I'm a real nigga, no cross dressing. They duck and tuck, let my nuts hang. I'm up. Overtime don't measure up to my shoulder line. Blow for blow, line for line. Low killer taking suckers out every time. Lyrically niggas can't see me, so I'm killing all those rappers like HIV. And I always go hard everywhere I be. Not taking headshots if you think it's sweet like pop. I'm the muscle nigga, steady serving, gotta hustle nigga. Daddy switch gears like Russell nigga. Get the picture, no puzzle nigga. Tired of hearing the same shit. Ad libs with no content. Video is just garbage. Flow ain't nowhere near polished. The ones with talent take blame too. Catch a trend and do the same too. Guess that's what I'm here for. To change the game and take aim at you like no hesitating. I'm coming for him right now. I'm going hard, niggas telling me to fight down. So hot I'm steaming. I will be undefeated. You hear a bunch of sirens and a lot of women screaming, talking headshots. Headshots, can you see I'm taking headshots? Headshots, leave them bleeding. I'm so hot I'm steaming. I will be undefeated. You hear a bunch of sirens and a lot of women screaming, but seen a lot of women screaming,
Duck and roll, duck and roll, steady serving.
King Kong ain't got it on me.
Every time I come in the kitchen,
Yay, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Steady Serving Sports, ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap. Hey, shout out to the Full Court Trio. Shout out to the Players Club. Shout out to the Cut That Israel Talk Sports with Keisha and Duvall. Shout out to Court Vision with So Pretty Tony. You know what I'm saying? Listen, hey, y'all, you are with the Gingerbread Man tonight, and we gonna really really have a good time tonight, man. Cause guess what? I'm on my big boy shit. I'm on my big boy shit. I'm just saying, I know they be watching our podcasts. I know they got to be watching, just like everybody, you know what I'm saying, clipping us over there on the Players Club. Yeah, I know I told y'all they be watching, boy. Listen, the most exciting podcast, the hottest podcast on planet Earth, you are in tune right now, chat. Go share it with a friend. Tell them, hey man, Bro Claude is up. Gingerbread Man is in the building. I am here. Y'all, listen, got a great show tonight. Sydney Taylor was escorted out of the gym by the po-po. You better lay low, Sydney Taylor. Sydney Taylor said, Hey, Sydney Taylor, the po-po had to come get Sydney Taylor. Sydney Taylor say, no, listen, I got receipts on all you bitches.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with?
Hey, listen, I'm just telling y'all what I saw. Sydney Taylor was going off. I say, oh shit, I hope that brother ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Sydney Taylor wanted to do this, y'all. Yeah, he wanted to pull it out. He wanted to pull it out on the refs tonight. I'm just telling y'all, he crashed out season. I'm just eating my popcorn. I'm like, oh, damn. Sydney about to go and crash the fuck out. Oh, yeah. Man, listen, gang. Listen, we are going to pull it up. We want to hear, everybody want to hear what Sydney Taylor got to say, because, you know what I mean? I want to hear what Big C, you know what I'm saying? Because, man, Sydney Taylor be acting like he from the real tribe, you know, that tribe my grandmama from, that slapper whole tribe. He was about to do it tonight. I ain't playing with you. He was like, get off of me. Get off of me. No, don't grab me. Don't touch me. No, get off of me. Get off. No, you and your, listen, hey, he told him like, Pop.
I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Yeah, man, he was on his business tonight. Sydney Taylor, I mean, listen, I just like fiery coaches, and I also like coaches that stick up for their people. I don't like the shit Tyler Marsh be doing, and all of the other shit that we be seeing these other popcorn ass coaches be doing, man. I ain't for that. You know what I'm saying? This year, I told y'all this year I'm for the shits. Straight up. I mean, man, come on, man. We got to understand that, man. Look, at this time of hour in the WNBA and all the stuff that then transpired, all the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese hoopla, and all of the stuff, the news that's been going on, and all of that other trash, we got to understand that right now is the time for us to watch exciting basketball, man. Sydney Taylor was like, man, look, I ain't getting the fair shake of anything, and he just crashed out. So y'all don't be talking about me, because Sydney Taylor was crashed out and taking care of business. So y'all go ahead, y'all listen to what Sydney had to say. We gonna go on and listen, man. Hey, get your popcorn out. Y'all get your damn popcorn out. And we finna hear from Brother Sid in about 2 seconds. Let me set it up for y'all over here, man, because I'm just telling y'all, man, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that this was happening. Sydney Taylor.
The objection.
Yeah, I lost my cool. There's nothing more than that. And so, yeah, I mean, that's it. Officials did what, was appropriate. And yeah, that's all I can say.
What was the play that you disagreed with that led to the objection?
I'd rather not get into that. Honestly, I don't want to take away from, Atlanta playing really hard and from us, like, having a learning moment for our team. And so I'd rather not get into all that.
And Kiki talked about having your back. She always had their back.
what that means to you to hear a player say that she came out here because she wanted to, you know, that it's okay.
Yeah, she was really good in that moment. You know, she was looking out for me and for her teammates in other moments during the game. And you know, that makes me feel good, you know, just to see them, you know, we want to turn towards each other, you know, in adverse moments. And today might have been one. And to see Kiki there, to see Sonia and Kiki now just walking in here, and just letting me know they appreciate me. And but it goes that way as well. Like, you know, I'm just thrilled to be here. And you know, not a great moment for our team or for me in the moment. But that certainly doesn't define the togetherness, the toughness, the joy that we have, you know, just about every day.
We're gonna go to Zoom. Jen?
Hey, Sydney. You know, after your ejection, I assume you got to watch the rest of it on TV or something like that in the back. What was kind of going through your head as the team played out the final few minutes without you?
I think the biggest thing for me is just like, we need these moments, you know, like look, my ejection is not a great thing. I don't, you know, that's certainly not going to be a consistent thing, but, you know, getting the reps of being, you know, back against the wall and having things not go our way, you know. Now, mind you, you know, Sonia got hit in the mouth like twice, you know, Kira got hit in the face. You know, we're the #1 free throw shooting team in the league. And we went to the half with 8 free throws and Atlanta had 20. So it was just, there's a lot going on there. But those are moments that we need, you know what I mean? You know, to try to figure those things out. And we didn't come out on the good side of that. And all credit to Atlanta and their players and their coaches. But we need moments like that to grow up.
Listen, Semesco and Tyler Marsh, that's what you do. That's how you supposed to do it. This is how you supposed to fight for your goddamn players. You supposed to get down just like that. Say, oh no, I'm coming for all of y'all. Because y'all right now on some bullshit. And Sydney did nothing wrong in my eyes because he stood up for his goddamn players. He stood up for his players. He let his team and his girls know with all costs, I'm behind you. If all else fail, I'm behind you. That's how you stick up for your goddamn players, Sydney. Carl Semesco and Tyler Marsh need to take a piece of your book. Because I'm tired of Angel getting beat up down there. I'm tired of Camilla getting beat up down there. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Angel getting held, pushed, arms held, waist held. I'm sick of that. No, Semesco, but no, Semesco, you ain't saying nothing. You just sitting there with your hands in your pockets, looking across. You got what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tyler Marsh ain't got shit to say. Tyler Marsh, it looked like he about to cry on the sideline. So, listen, y'all. Sidney Taylor stuck up for his players. Sidney Taylor, no, he wasn't coming at, he was coming at the refs. He wasn't coming at no Angel. He ain't no punk ass nigga. He ain't going at no girls. Sidney Taylor, I know about his character. He ain't finna be going at no girls, man. Don't do that, AL. No, don't do that. Don't do that. He ain't going. He ain't finna be jumping in no girl's face. Sidney Taylor is a classy guy, and he coached Angel. He loved Angel, and he always talked about, he always talked about how he loves Angel and loved the culture. You know what I mean, when he first got this job. So no, he ain't coming after no Angel. Stop, AL. You need to cut it. You finna try to get Sidney Taylor jumped on. See, AL 504. That's why the brothers is locked up right now. For what? It's because we hear what you just said. We be like, oh, he was coming at Angel. Oh no, we finna go fly his ass and see. No, don't be doing that. AL 504 about to get Sidney Taylor whooped because I so do it. Don't do that. I love you so much, AL. You about to get she about to get Sidney Taylor whooped. Uncle Cloud, Bro Cloud, he was coming at Angel. He wasn't coming at no dang going Angel. He was at them damn refs' ass though. He was at him. He was at him, man. They was trying to get out of his way. The police was like, hey, come get this. Hey, they say call the police.
And to advance and in terms of our progress. So we can't do it without like tough times. You just can't. So that's a takeaway as much as anything, Jen.
Looking at the defense, what are the biggest things that jump out to you now? I know you'll look at the film, but that you want to fix heading into Monday's game.
Yeah, I think every time we face a team, you got to be mindful of the the best players, and so I thought in various ways, Gray, Howard, and Reese were really, really good for them, and so when they have those nights, it's going to be hard, and I think that bodes the same for us. When Kira's in her flow and Kiki and Sonia, we're tough out ourselves. And so I think as much as anything, those big three for them being able to do what they do, that just gives confidence for everybody else on the roster. And then off they went.
What's going on? Get on over here to you.
Yeah, Coach, I absolutely respect what you're saying. You felt like you lost your cool, but I wonder sometimes when you have such a young group and, maybe it's tough to get calls when your younger players on the road. Is there sometimes any thought that you do have to maybe advocate for your kids a little bit more? Not that you necessarily wanted to get tossed, but is there sort of a something you want to do sort of to stand up for them, I guess, at times?
I'm not a big proponent of that. I do think your point in terms of the youth of our roster, and there's a little bit of you got to kind of earn your way in the W, and that I get that. Like we understand that, and frankly, we're up for that challenge. Like our players want it. All right, they want a lot out of this situation, so I don't fault them for that. But I just say, respectfully, when you come to a game, you shouldn't have to, lobby and advocate. Coaches coach, players play, and officials officiate. It shouldn't be.
I agree. Coaches coach, players supposed to play. And yes, y'all, the referee's supposed to ref. It seems like that they still can't get that shit right. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know what I mean? The refs seem like they just can't get shit right.
Swayed one way or the other because of anybody in anyone's ear. So I'm not a big proponent of that thinking. Despite what you saw today, that's my general approach.
How do you feel like, I know it's such a young season still, but how has this group responded to, because you had some really, really good games. This is obviously a tough one. How have they responded to tough games that they've had so far?
Yeah, we respond to the daily challenge of being a Mystic. You know what I mean? And so, we didn't have a performance that, we're thrilled about. But all of the preparation coming into today, how we'll get back into the gym tomorrow, how we face Indiana, how we come back from that game, like that's what defines us. And so for me, I've been really, really pleased with the growth, like from day to day, because it is about player development, from our young players to our oldest players on the roster with Mick and Kira. You know, that's who we are. It's not a one-off. And so, yeah, okay, we've had a couple off games. We've also had some good ones too. But it's, for us, it's the body of work. It's the daily stacking. And that's the joy that we get from, you know, being in DC.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Have a good
For correction, for everybody, correction. I did have Chicago Sky Sydney Taylor on mine. This is Sydney Jonson. Even though he was an assistant coach for Teaspoon on the Sky. You know, I got Sky on the brain. That's right, big dog. Listen, man, I want to give a shout out to all my chat that then came in the building. I love y'all. I appreciate every single person that was here, man. That's here, Nicole. I see you, Sister Donna. Eagle, I see you in here. Yeah, Chevy. Hey, you already know, Sherry. I love you. You already know. Brian Lewis, my brother from another mother. Hey, Pete. Hey, I see you, Pete. I see you up in here, boy. Salute. Yeah, man. Hey, I see Ten Taylor, T. Camilla, Big Dog. All my peoples up in here today. Brother Jonathan, Van. Oh, man, Rob. Hey, my brother from another mother. What's going on? He said, what's good, bro, Claude? It's been good. 2-game stint in Sky Dream. And the Aces won, bro, Robert. And the Aces won. Don't forget about my Aces. You know what I'm saying? Then you know already that the links, Olivia, your old Magic Miles. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know my 4 teams, so I ain't gonna never stop. I'ma always celebrate my 4 teams. I don't care. They be like, bro, Cloud got about 5,000 teams. No, I got 4 teams in the WNBA that's just all mine. Yeah. Y'all know how I go in the order. Chicago Sky, Atlanta Dream, the Aces, Los Angeles Aces, and the Minnesota Lynx. Yeah. What's up, big bro? Lou, what's happening? I see you in the building. She wins. Yeah, she wins. Better get some of the sea moss I got over here. Get her feet down. Hey, y'all, listen. Sydney Taylor, you know, had a response, and he snapped off, chat. I mean, whoa. Did he snap off, chat? Did he? Listen. Them police had to come and get Brother Sydney. I'm just saying, man. He straight. Y'all can see how he was holding. He was pushing hands down and everything. He from the slap a whole tribe just like me. Definitely. Let me see. Let me get Sydney on. Let me get Sydney on to show y'all what what had happened was, you know, Sydney had crashed out. If ain't nobody seen, look at Angel. Hey, y'all, Angel's such a troll. y'all look at Angel, y'all. Look at Angel, y'all. Look at Angel.
Tossed.
Hey, Sydney, what's going on? Angel was sipping on her tea. Sydney Taylor was crashing out. Not for the weed. Definitely. Let me see. Let me get Sydney on. Let me get Sydney on to show y'all what. That's me on the y'all know I be on Twitter too. I be going live. I be working, y'all. I be working. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. Hey man, look. Hey, Twitter ain't no joke, y'all. Twitter is not no joke. You can't defeat this internet, bro. I ain't lying. Sydney Johnson. Let me see. Sydney Johnson. He crashed out, y'all. He say, F you, bro, Claude. You ain't the only one. You ain't the only one that could, you know what I'm saying, crash out, mother. All right, here you go. Here you go, y'all.
If you will. And then Floreth got a piece of her. She was going up for.
Here it come. Get your ass out the way. I don't know what to tell you. Angel was doing her thing. Get out the ooh. He say, you punk ass mother. You punk B. He say you punk. Hey,
who the fuck you think you fucking with?
I tell your mama you ain't shit.
He told King Kong ain't got shit on me.
I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Who the fuck you think you fucking with?
Hey, they say, hey man, get your ass up off the court. Go ahead, get your take it in the back, Sydney. Take this. Hey, y'all. When you come in, man, hit the like button. I appreciate everybody, man. Listen, we gonna get the show going on. I have to tell y'all. Hey, we gonna get it cracking tonight, y'all. We gonna get it cracking tonight. So please, I got an agenda on the show. Hey, if you would like to drop a super chat or super sticker, just like my main man John Sheriff did, super chat to support your boy tonight. You could drop a super chat or a super sticker, man. You could go ahead and get that done. Or, you know what I mean? Also, subscribe and also join the channel. Please like the button. Hit the like button. Like the button and hit it. Hit the like button. And then some of y'all, walaikum salam, y'all. Walaikum salam. Who is there? Oh, Brother Lee in the building. What's up, Brother Lee? This my brother. Walaikum salam. I got posts in the morning. I see you in the morning. I got posts. So I see you in the morning, Brother Lee. I'm gonna be on point. I'm gonna get the show on off though. So if y'all like to support, man, give a super chat, a super sticker, man. I'm gonna get along on. I'm gonna go on here and get the show on the road. So we gonna hear from Angel. And then I'm gonna give my take after we get through hearing from Angel and Medina Oncock. Is that better, Brian Lewis? Yeah. Brian Lewis say you can't get none of these names right. I don't care, I'm trying to, Brian Lewis.
I know we've been having some nicknames go around. The Permission, the Podium, Barbie. After Izzy Borlaise's performance tonight, do you have any nickname for her that you want to give her, Angel?
It needs to be something along the lines of like Silky Smooth or Smooth Criminal, because she's always like, her moves are at her own pace and she always finishes through, especially when she's going to the basket. But also she's great from the 3-point line. So I'm going to figure something out. And I want to tie a little Aussie in there too. So yeah, we'll figure it out.
Go ahead, baby.
Angel, with all your numbers tonight, 18 points, 17 rebounds, 4 steals. The one that stood out was 10 for 10 from the line today. How much do you put into that free throw line and see him go through like that?
Yeah, I work on it every single day. I know that I'm going to get to the free throw line a lot. Me and Toya and Carl work a lot on swishes and making sure it's going straight in and coming right back to me. And I do that every single day. So it's just something that I make sure I perfect and something that I can always rely on. Free throws happens. You never know how the game may go, but when I get them, I need to make sure I knock them down.
Medina, you had 11 points in 18 minutes. As you've gotten more accustomed to the system, what do you think has been your biggest thing that you've learned?
I would say I'm around the greatest people. I'm around the greatest player, inspired by Angel. And I'm learning from the greatest. And I just want to go out there and do the most I can from my opportunities that I can, maybe.
Hey y'all, it's Meg Hall with USA Today. Angel, this question's for you, just following up on Medina's performance. You talked about, I guess to us earlier, about how she doesn't know how good she is yet.
Mhm.
If you could describe this performance today and just what you saw from your lens.
Yeah, I'm happy for her. I mean, I think she continues to grow every game and building her confidence. I tell her when she comes in the game, you are the best, you are a beast, and nobody in front of you can guard you but you. And she continues to dominate. I think she's been a sponge and always been willing to learn and figure things out, and been thrown out there with, like she says, some of the best early on. But I think she continues to thrive. I think she's young. She's raw, but
I'm grown up. I'm 21.
Okay, she's a grown-up. She's a grown-up. But I think she continues to grow, continues to learn. And I love Medina. I think she's just a great teammate. She's fun. She brings a lot of energy that you guys don't see. And I think her success and her sky is the limit.
Love you too.
Man, listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. When you give love, people know if you're a loving person. You can't fake love. People know loving people. You got what I'm saying? People really, really do know loving people, man. And you know, when I be saying, man, I love y'all, chat, man, I really do. And y'all don't have to be here, man. It's late, man. You know, people like me, I got up this morning. I had to hit the grill, y'all. I was at the grill. You know, I know y'all was like, man, bro, Cloud ain't on the game, calling the game. I was on the grill at the park. I forgot today was my day to hit, you know what I mean? I had to go out there, to the site, you know what I mean? I went to a horse's ranch. And, you know, when I went out there, man, with the horses and, you know, my personal trainer, she's a cowgirl. And I was able to go out there with the horses, man, and just actually see the animals, man. And you know, no, and before y'all get it off, Brian Lewis, I didn't make no horse meat and put it on the grill. So before you even go there, Brian Lewis and Brother Robert, before y'all start doing that trolling shit, I ain't barbecue no horse meat. So y'all better talk about them people was able to take their horses back to the ranch. So y'all better knock it off. Shout out to my main man, Brad Allen Hines. I love you, man. I appreciate you very, very much. I really do. You know what I mean? I really love you, man. I'm thankful and grateful. I see y'all in the building, Miss Albert. I see you up in here, Miss Albert. You done came back. I see you. I welcome in. Ellie, I welcome in. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. He say, you never had a Hellas burger. Yeah, I had Jack in the Box. I had Jack in the Box. They had got put out of Illinois. They could never serve any meat in Jack in the Box. And that's why they banned from Illinois, because they were serving her horse meat at Jack in the Box. Man, y'all, that's why I don't eat out these restaurants. I'm glad I got a wife for 30 years, y'all. 31 years we've been married. I ain't got to be in no restaurant. You know, my wife, y'all be seeing my wife give me my plate, and I eat that plate right there in front of y'all. I'm just saying, man, I thank God for women. Thank God for a loving wife, man. What a partner. Here y'all go. More Angel.
Angel, 4 of your steals, well, all 4 of your steals came in the third quarter. I guess for you, what did you see in that period? And I guess in general, what did you all see defensively that kind of helped you guys step up in the third?
Yeah, I think we just wanted to be better from last game. Just making sure we emphasize on the ball pressure, making sure we give ourselves extra opportunities. I think we also struggled with transition last game too. So if we get defensive stops on one end, we can get out in transition quickly, and that's easy points for us. So I think Rye did a great job. I mean, this is her career high for steals. Kudos to her. She sets the tone every single night. But yeah, I think our defense is our identity. We just continue to go off of that.
Medina, when you hear stuff like that from Angel, like you're the best, you're a beast, what does that do, and how does that impact your game? And how do you take those words of encouragement?
I mean, sometimes that is just what I need to hear, and it's such a motivation to me. And yeah, she keeps doing that. She keeps telling me to do things that I think that I'm not able to do, and I feel like she just does a very great job of being a big sister to me, bringing out what I don't really see myself doing, and yeah, just being there for me, keep pushing me to work extra hard.
109 points. That's 3 away from the all-time high for the Dream at home. 109 points, also the third most ever allowed by the Mystics franchise history. Was there a special like chip on your shoulder after that game against Indiana where it's like, okay, we really, really need to get right game?
I think honestly, you just come back home and you protect your house. You don't want anybody to come in your house and beat you in your house. And obviously, yeah, we don't like to lose. And the way we lost wasn't something that we wanted. So of course, it was for us to all come together and try to find ways to be better. I think everybody took a look in the mirror last game and figured out how we can individually be better for the team. And I think we came out and did that tonight. I think the fans also make it super easy by coming out and supporting us on a Saturday when they could be doing anything else. So we really do appreciate them too. Why are you sweating? It's so hard. No, you just nervous.
Medina, take me through that free.
Y'all getting her nervous. Chill on my girl. Hold on. Well, I'm never nervous when I'm around you. Oh, okay. Period.
Medina, take me through that 3-pointer when you got it, when you were able to get it.
Did I get any 3 points today? Yes. Remember you shot it in the corner. Oh, yeah. See, she don't know how good she is. This is what I be talking about. I don't know. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just want to be courageous when I'm out there and just bring what I can to help my team win.
Good. Thank you very much.
Good job, Medina. Good job. Medina Olcott, a South Carolina Gamecock with an LSU girl. LSU in South Carolina. Yeah, the connection is still there. I know Camilla ain't there, but it's okay. Miller. I know Miller. Miller like, how she still get played ain't. Donna be like, be quiet, Miller. Don't be crying. I said you was gonna be better. Shut up, Don. Baby mama, you better be quiet with your messy self. We gonna go over, man, through the game and who did what did what, and how it, you know what I'm saying, and how it happened. Y'all listen, if y'all ain't come over here to laugh, man, this ain't the show for you. But if you came over here to have fun in the chat, laugh and everything, this is the show for you, because I celebrate all the people that come in my chat. So if you're a part of the chat, please, man, like, share, and subscribe, you know what I'm saying, to this channel, and send it to somebody. Share it, man. Hey, it's 10 o'clock at night, man. 11, almost 11, shit. It's 10:41. So we saw that the Michaela Alawade scored 4 points. She was getting cooked. She got knocked to the ground and all that stuff. Hey, they was like, Michaela, get your $5 sky ass. Now you a Mystic ass up off the floor. Did y'all see when she fell on the free throw line? Damn. Hey, Michaela was like, "Ooh, my hip." Y'all, Michaela was 1 for 3. Not good enough from the field. Kiki was cooking, though. Kiki was tentative. She was the best player on the Mystics. I don't know what happened to Shakiri, but I do know what happened to Shakiri also. I'm just saying, her game vanished. You know what I'm saying? Shakiri, with Angel right there, Shakiri scored 7 points. Miller, do you hear me? You see what Angel right there? Shakiri also had 7 points, y'all. Kiki Efren had 24 points. She was the best player on this team. She had 24 points. She was 8 for 15 from the field, 1 for 3 from the three-point line. She was 7 for 10 from the free throw line with 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 turnovers and 1 steal and 1 block. The whole stat line, She was everything on the stat line. Shakiri Austin had 7 points. So Sonia Citron just not coming back. She came back and still was impactful. She had 18 points, 5 for 10. Georgia Amore, another goose egg. How can you be starting and you know what I mean? Her and Rory had goose eggs. Rory had 2 minutes. Georgia Amore had 23 minutes and had a goose egg. They kind of like oranges and apples. You know what I mean? Georgia Amore was the leading scorer in college. You know what I mean? Coming out. You know what I mean? When she was coming out, the year before, what was it? Last year? So, you know, I don't know what happened. Angela Dukelich had 5 points. Lauren Betts had 6 points. Cody McMahon had 7 points. Cassandra Prosper had 4 points. Alicia Flores that's the one that got knocked down and got Sydney kicked out. She got an Angel Wait. Stay out of Angel Wait. You ain't gonna get ran over. I'm just saying. And then let's go to Nas Hillman. Nas Hillman had 2 out of 4 3-pointers. She was 2 for 6 from the field. And Angel Reese had 18 points, 4 for 9 from the field, 10 for 10 at the free throw line, 100%. Go ahead, baby, boo bop, do bam. She had 17 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 4 steals, and 1 block shot. Alicia Gray, my Chicago girl, a Gamecock, 15 points, 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from the 3-point line, 12 for 15 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 turnover. Alicia Gray was very, very attentive. She was attacking the basket. You know what I mean? Alicia Gray attacks that basket, y'all. Alicia Gray attacks that basket. I just want her to continue to be aggressive, but they gotta, you know what I mean? Angel called on her own number. I ain't gonna lie. I told y'all, Angel called on her own number. I ain't gonna, hey, don't even sweat it. Angel like, okay, I'm gonna take this up top and I'm gonna drive in and do my thing. Jordan Canada had 11 points. She was 4 for 6. 1 from the 3-point line, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Ryan Howard had 19 points. 6 for 11 from the field, 4 for 7 from the 3-point line. See, that's what I'm saying. Come on, man, you got to give me some consistency. You had 7 points or something last game, 9 points. I don't know. You didn't even hit double figures last game. Ryan Howard, God damn, man, come on. Lord have mercy, Ryan. You got us on a roller coaster. 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 6 steals. Very good defensively. We know she could play defense. We ain't know what we was looking at in the Fever game. Lord. But that's the last game. This is a new game. 1 block. Coney had some good minutes. She had 9 points, 3 for 6 from the field, 1 for 3 from the 3-point line, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal. Medina Ocock had 11 points, 5 for 9 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Tahina Pow had 6 points. Aaliyah now, I see she getting a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. That's good. She had 5 minutes. She shot and hit a 3. She shot twice. She was 1 for 3 from the field. Indy Navarre had 2 points, and Isabella Burlace had some good minutes, y'all. She had some good minutes. She had 23 minutes. She had 9 points, 3 for 5 from the field, 1 for 2 from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And that was that, chat. It was a good game, y'all, to see us, good game, meaning that it seemed like all cylinders was clicking. They was very attentive from the beginning. They slapped them in the mouth. They held on strong. They did what they were supposed here they go with that stuff again. So let me go here. Let me get the next one up for y'all. The next thing I want to present is Carl Semesko on how he said he was adjusted. Hey, that ain't Carl. Come on, Carl Semesko. I'm bringing it up, chat. Settle down. Brian Lewis, stop trolling. I know you doing something. I can't see you right now, but I know you doing something, Brian Lewis. Diabolical. Diabolical, I already know. Uh-oh. Not a dream. Carl Semesko chat. Bringing it up. Boom. Here you come.
Hello. Yeah, it was a good bounce back game for us. Obviously, we were pretty locked in, and we had great performances by so many players. Angel had an outstanding game. I thought our bench came in and really played well with their minutes, and it was a good win for us. And looking forward to build off of it, and going into our next game. More Commissioner's Cup on the way.
As a coach, what does it feel like to see everybody on the team get us numbers or score in a game like that?
Yeah, it's always good when everybody's playing well, and there's positive energy throughout the team. And it was nice that the bench got extended minutes, and everybody came in and contributed. That's exactly what you'd hope to see.
Did y'all pay attention to that? He said it was positive energy throughout the team. Told y'all they was into it. It says I think Ryan Howard still being a bitter baby at ATL, fans cheering for opponents on the other team. She gonna shake back. She a pro. You know how women are, they crazy. Hey, you better be cool, Brother Robin. There's a whole bunch of women up in this chat. Y'all get them. Get them, not for the weak. Get them, Bookie. Yeah. Y'all better. Brian Lewis, don't you be trying to put me in your shenanigans, trying to get me in trouble.
Coach, we know your identity as a defensive first team, but offense, the ball really seemed like it was moving tonight. What did you see as far as your half-court offense was concerned?
Well, it was obviously a lot better. Like we executed what we said we wanted to from the game plan. The ball moved. It got to open people. We attacked space, and when we didn't have a good shot, we passed it to somebody else. And, in fact, sometimes I thought we were I don't even bring it up. I was going to say too unselfish just because I thought we passed up some good looks. But the whole point was to move it to the open teammate, and I think our team did exactly that today. They took the message and ran with it, and hopefully they saw how successful it can be.
Hey, Coach. I wanted to ask you about Medina Oka. Obviously, she got some extended minutes today. Angel just spent time in their portion of the press conference, speaking some life into her, pouring into her. What did you see? What were you most proud of from her today?
Well, I just think she's good right now, but she has so much potential. Like I just think that she has the ability to be one of the best players in the league. I mean, she's just physical. She's strong. She has skills. And, she's still learning the game. So I thought today was a really good day for her. She doesn't, you've seen her go against good, size and some of the best players in this league. And she's not intimidated by it. She's going at them. And I'm proud of her performance today. And I think it just continues to improve.
Hey, Coach. Rye was on Sonia's intro 94% of the time whenever they were in the game together. 6 steals, held her to 9 points, including 3 off the transition. What leaps have you seen her take defensively this year? Like, would you put her first team defensive?
Oh, I would. WNBA? Yeah. I don't think there's any question about that. her defense has been just outstanding this season, and she's making defensive plays. She wants, the toughest assignment. She got in a little bit of foul trouble, and we're talking about moving somebody else on Citron so she wouldn't get her fifth, and she said, I'll guard her.
I think
it's like, okay, you guard her. So, and she didn't pick up the foul. So that's part of, building the trust in those situations. And she did great with it. And, she's just a good two-way player that there is in the league right now.
That's in the locker room right now.
Hey, Coach. You guys forced 17 turnovers and turned it into 26 points on the other end. What were you most pleased about defensively?
Well, we knew they were going to pound it inside, and they got us a couple times with some deep post-ups, but we wanted to make sure that we were making enough defensive plays and forcing enough turnovers that we could get out in transition to make up for some of the deep post-ups. And, I thought we did that. We made plays. We got it. We got out in transition, took advantage of the numbers, got the ball to the open person. And, today we also shot a good percentage, especially from three. So that makes a big difference too.
Coach, Izzy Barlay's had a great night tonight. Can you talk a little bit about her impact and what you see from her tonight?
Yeah, I think she's feeling more comfortable out there. I think, getting extended minutes helps. So this was a good step. She's been playing a little bit more each time, and I think this is probably the most minutes she's played in the game. And I thought she did really well with it. You can see, the skill that she possesses. She has the ability to get by people. She can shoot the three, but she's really crafty. And I just think each week that goes by, she gets a little more comfortable. And I think we're going to see just how good she really is. I mean, and I don't want to get her age wrong, but she's really young, like 21, right? I mean, and Medina's really young. You can see the makings of, a really special group. We got some really good, young, talented players here in Atlanta.
Leonard was also able to hit a three tonight. How'd that feel just watching her being able to go out there and score tonight?
She actually has a pretty nice shot. It's just, she does need to catch it in rhythm. The one she made really probably wasn't in rhythm, but, if she has her feet set and she's square to the basket, she has a really good release. So eventually, she's great in the post. She's learning how to make dribble moves. You see the rips and all that she's, able to rip it from 8 feet and get to the basket. The shot mechanics are there to be a great shooter. So I don't think I need to say anything else, right? That you put all that together, you're going to have something special.
Go ahead, Wilton.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. One of my first questions for you, obviously, Washington was one of the more physical teams in the WNBA. What did you like about how your team handled their size and physicality?
Yeah, I thought we kept our composure and took care of the ball. And, there's a couple times where they really kind of ramped up the pressure a little bit, and try to take away passing lanes. And earlier in the year, we would try to squeeze that pass. Mm-hmm. Today, we had a little more patience working to get open. And if it wasn't there, we waited for somebody to get open to move the ball and then get into the next action. I thought that was a real growth moment for us, that we handled the pressure probably the best that we've handled so far this year.
And one quick follow-up. What would you say was the most encouraging thing you take away from this win?
Wow, there's so many things, but I would say our bench getting extended minutes and really making the most of it. I think that is the most positive thing from today.
Thank you, Tommy. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, it's just me. Probably it's just me, Sister Fee, because I don't like laid back coaches. I really don't. I like energetic coaches like Teaspoon and, Becky and Stephanie. I like high-spirited coaches. You know what I mean? I really do. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't like too cool for school, smooth, silky smooth talking coaches and not fired up, man. I don't like, you know what I mean? Sidney Jonson, coaches like Sidney, passionate about his job. We could read what Sidney got going on, that he really cares, and he, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, I'm just, you know, I'm not feeling the guy. I'm not trying to be negative about, you know, he did clean things up. It was a big win today. We won. So I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not tripping. Big time return with the 3, the hard way. You know what I mean? Ryan Howard, 19 points. Angel Reese, 18 points. Alicia Gray, 15 points. 17 rebounds for Angel Reese, another double-double. And, you know, like I said, y'all, they won this game unanimously. They outplayed them from the beginning to the end. And I love it. I like watching that type of basketball, especially when it's your team, right? I know some people always be like, somebody got to lose, but shit, I don't want my team to lose. I definitely, you know what I mean? It just make me feel some type of way when my team lose. And it was a big win today, y'all. Shout out to the Atlanta Dream tonight for winning. You know what I'm saying? Much applause. Good way to gather yourself and bring it back home and do what you need to do on the court. Also, you know, I'm gonna have a quick open panel. Those of y'all that, you know, what you thought of the game, what you thought of the game, that you saw what Angel did, and making sure she played tonight. She played the offense a little bit more to herself. She wasn't waiting for somebody really to give her the ball. Yes, the ball moved around good in rotations. They was sharing the ball, but I think even when Angel was bringing the ball up and, you know, doing her thing, she's just the best when it comes, you know what I mean, when it comes to her grabbing and pulling it down and shaking her opponent and attacking. You know, her and my GOAT, the baby GOAT and the GOAT, you know, they real good downhill. So y'all, you know what I mean, y'all can come up. We gonna hold a little session, you know, by committee. I would like to hear you guys' views on what you saw tonight on tonight's game. I'm gonna drop the link for the ones that want to come up. You can come up, and like I said, I'm only gonna have 4 on the panel. I'm gonna have 4 on the panel tonight. You know, we can't have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people. So, you know, have your take, land your plane, and then, you know, when someone else want to come up, we'll rotate as does wise. Until then, you can stay up here on the panel until it changes. So there you go. Just dropped it in the link. And oh yeah, by the way, go to my new channel, Steady Serving Basketball. I'm gonna be covering the NBA, the rest of the things. I'm gonna drop a couple videos over there. You know what I mean? It's a brand new, you know what I mean? It's a brand new day, brand new time, and it's a brand new situation. So if you guys would like to support my new channel, Steady Serving Basketball, I'm gonna be talking about all the things universally in all of the leagues, and plus including overseas. And I'm gonna give you some professional basketball players. You know, I'm gonna do some interviews over there, and the ones that was in my family members, they already committed to be there. But go ahead, Brooklyn.
What's going on, my brother?
Hey, I ain't mad at you yelling at you tonight.
Yeah, I said, listen, I said I gotta come up only after Chicago win.
Hey, you already know it was hectic over here. You heckling me on 5. Hey, we done lost 5 in a row, and I say, look at my goddamn.
You know, it's funny. Obviously, it's always gonna be new people who don't really know you, but it seems like people who don't know my personality, like when I'm joking around, it seems like they don't understand. Like, when do you ever really see me? When do you ever really see me upset or angry, or you know what I mean? Like 90% of the time, I'm in a good mood. So it'd be weird that people like don't be getting that when I be talking mess in the chat or whatever the case may be. But listen, man, I just came up here to, I feel good right now. After the bounce back win. Yeah, I mean, the bounce back win for both teams, right? For Chicago and for Atlanta.
Double win.
You know what I mean?
Double W's.
I saw, Skylar will try to win. Skylar, and then you got Cloud hitting threes. You got Cloud hitting threes. You know what I'm saying? My only critique on Chicago is, and I know they trying, I know they doing their best, but they gotta almost force feed Camilla the ball. Because Camilla's not aggressive, right? She's a team player. Camilla is not a selfish player, and Dawn been saying that ever since she came out of college. She said once Camilla become more selfish, she's gonna be the best version of herself. So Camilla is too team oriented. Like she too want to see the team do well. What's best for the team. She got to start saying what's best for the team is what's best for me. When I get off, it's better for the team. So the team got a lot of veteran point guards, even injured, right? Like you got point guard, everybody's a veteran except for JC Sheldon, really. You got, she's a veteran in her own right, but this team got a lot of good. The one thing Chicago was missing the past 2 years when Angel was there was they never had a solid point guard. Now they got an abundance of solid point guards. So this is the perfect situation for Camila Cardoso. As a big, you want a point guard. So I think they need to force feed her the ball until the point where she starts to become selfish, because that's going to be the best case scenario for Chicago going forward. And as far as Atlanta, I like what I saw. Atlanta problem was ball movement. I've been saying this every day, and people who and I understand we all got different knowledges of the game. We all got different levels where we understand the game. We all know basketball, right? We all know basketball, but it's levels. I've been trying to explain to people the offense Carl Comesco is running, it ain't going to work or with isolation play. And the players got to trust the offense. They got to move the ball and trust the offense, and that's what they did today. They got a lot of their points off of pass first, letting receiving the ball and then scoring opposed to them trying to initiate something themselves. They trust the offense. They move the ball, and like you said, Angel was more assertive, and that's one thing that I like to see. A couple of my critiques on Atlanta was I was mad at Angel, I was mad at Ryan Howard, and I was mad at I forgot who the other person was. It was a third person. I felt like it was those three. I think it was Alicia Gray, and I was mad at them for different reasons. I was mad at Ryan Howard because Ryan Howard keeps saying that she want to take another step. Basically, she want to be an MVP type candidate, right? Well, if you're gonna be that candidate, you got to be that every day. You can't score 36 and then don't put the ball up the next game. You get what I'm saying? You gotta be there every night. So I appreciated her bounce back today. She was assertive. She gotta if you're gonna be the leader of this team, you gotta do that every night. With Alicia Gray, I felt like Alicia was just putting the ball up. Like it was like lazy attempts at trying to score. She was trying to get fouled. She was trying to put the ball up over like tough defense. I appreciated her for being assertive, but I didn't like the shot selection. You know what I mean? And then with Angel, I was mad at Angel because it seemed like Angel, because it's a new team, she don't want to step on any toes. But you got to realize you a key piece. You was brought there to be a key piece. So you can't ever take a backseat, right? You gotta. And then one thing we know about Angel is she's a connector, right? So she's gonna make everybody's job easier because Angel like passing the ball. You got three guards who like shooting the ball, and Jordan Canada and Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard, they all scorers. None of them is pass first players. They all score first players. So if you got a player like Angel who's comfortable in passing her teammates the ball Angel gotta get her touches. The ball gotta go to Angel because Angel either gonna make a play for herself or for her teammates. So I was like she did tonight. So I was more appreciative of the way everybody played tonight because it seemed. And then also, Carl Comesco said something that was very important. I think a lot of the players took heat in it. And this falls on Angel and Nas Hillman and the bigs. Part of it was. I don't want to say lazy screening because maybe they thought they was doing a good job, but you gotta do a better job for your teammates, getting your teammates open. So I think everybody kind of They was more they paid more attention to that today, to more attention to detail of setting the screens, getting their teammates open, and then taking shots off of a pass, taking shots off of a good screen, moving the ball, trusting the offense. So they did that tonight, and I was appreciative of that. And then lastly, I want to say you need to open up a third channel, steady serving bean pies. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
hey man,
I feel like that'd be a good money maker for you. You know what I mean? You got or you know what I mean, or steady serving butters. You know what I mean? You got the.
Hey y'all, this dude is a straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Chicago. You know what I mean?
Hey, the man that got with me 3 years ago now, he ain't, we ain't gonna leave each other. God damn.
Yeah, but that's you know what I mean. Steady serving butters is actually good. You know what I mean?
We already got Bread House Butters because my name is Bread. Inside of this shit, okay?
But shout out to Chicago, shout out to Atlanta, and Nixon 4.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think on that subject with Angel, she was very, very attentive. This is my take, guys. She was very, very attentive to detail. She was aware of what everybody else is doing. That's a high IQ. Medina Ocock wasn't even aware of her offensive onslaught tonight. And Angel depicted the game and said, girl, you scored a 3. You got what I'm saying? So she's very, very high IQ'd and aware of everything that goes on the basketball court. So that's one. So the thing is that when I was angry, and you guys know I was hella angry, I'm frustrated because Angel got another coach that's like too fucking cool for school. I just don't like them coaches, Brooke. I really don't, because I'm a fiery dude. I don't mean that everybody got to be a yeller. No, I'm not even, but at sometimes in those moments, hey, wake up, let's go. You know what I mean? Some of those things got to go on the court. You know what I mean? Like Michael Cooper was great at doing it. Bill Laimbeer was extremely good at it. You got what I'm saying? Bill Laimbeer with Detroit, and from the Pistons, he when he was over here coaching in the W, he was very, very, very attention to detail, and he woke those girls up, and his girls was just as good and just as gritty and grimy. You got what I'm saying? So, it depends on the coach, but a lot of people be like, oh man, he's a man, and maybe he's not comfortable of yelling at women. Well, don't coach then. Don't coach then.
I wouldn't say that. I would say, and first of all, let me say what's up to T. Camilla and Jonathan Gonzalez. They spoke to me in the chat. What's up to both of them? And then also, I want to say, I hope my tone is a little bit better today for not for the week. But I would say everybody's personality is different, and you can't expect one person. So what's his name? Sidney. I forget what's the coach name in Washington?
Sidney Johnson.
Sidney Johnson. He might have that fiery attitude where, because I remember him one time when he was coaching in Chicago when Teaspoon was there, and he was excited. I think they got a win against the Liberty, and they was celebrating in the locker room, and I remember his voice was real commanding. He stopped everybody's celebration to tell them, like, this is Teaspoon house, this, that, and the third. So he got like a real strong commanding voice. Carl Semesco to me is a more laid back guy, right? So his personality is his fiery gonna come out a little bit different than somebody like Sidney's. With Carl, what I see is, and I'm not mad at him because I see it in other coaches, even when because I was watching a little bit of Liberty game today, and I saw Aaliyah Boston get a little upset over a foul that she had got on Jonquel Jones. And she did the same thing, twirl a finger like they do, but then she calmed down. Stephanie White ain't say a word. She was over there calm. So I think certain coaches try to discipline their team and say, you know what, everything ain't gonna go our way. Just trust me. I I'll take care of it. Don't get too. And I think what happens with coaches like that, with Stephanie White and Carl Semesco, I think what they do is they more politicians on the side where, Stephanie is more fiery, obviously, but Carl Semesco is more of a, I'm going to talk to the refs. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to point out things that they missed throughout the game so that in crunch time, when the game come down to the line, they won't make those same mistakes then. I think Carl Semesco is more that type of coach as opposed to the type of coach that's going to get, fiery in the beginning of the game and yell at the coach yell at the refs and possibly get tossed. I think he's more of a pointing things out, like telling his players, I got your back. I'm going to talk to the refs. I'm going to point it out. So I do understand what you're saying. I'm with you. I'm more fiery myself. But everybody is different. You got to let different people, personality. Everybody not going to be the same how they react to a situation.
Well, me having that drill sergeant history, which you already know, I'm very assertive with my vocals, right? Sometimes they can mistake. Like sometimes I've had shows where they actually really thought I was upset, but I wasn't angry. I just was sounding off. You got what I'm saying?
Right.
Or thinking that, I'm in my feelings or anything like that. I'm just first of all, I'm a loud guy, which you already know. I like to laugh.
Oh yeah, you yelled at me. You ain't never yelled at me in your life. You yelled at me the other day.
You was trolling. Brother. You gotta cut it out. You and SL be on my case. Hey, I dropped the link in that Tiffy code. I dropped the link, MSL. Y'all listen, if you come up on the panel, I'm only having 4 people on the panel, include myself. Once y'all, if somebody else come up, I'll drop it. We gonna be on here. We gonna give good takes. We gonna be respectful to each other and definitely have a good show. But I'm just saying though, Brooklyn, what I will say is tonight, Angel was very direct in how she wanted to play this game. She was, they had a couple calls on her, of course, right? But overall, I seen her commanding her offensive play. You know what I mean?
Right. What she needed to do.
Right. She couldn't command them, right? But she was able to take the ball off the rim, bring it down the court. Instead of her passing it some of those times, she took it herself, right? She's going to have to implement that in this system because Angel had it with them because, a shooter going to be shooters. You know what I'm saying? I've had shooters around me before, and sometimes it is chat. What
kind of shooters you talking about? Because you from Chicago.
Both shooters. Both shooters. Both shooters. Thank you, Big Juice. Thank you, Juice. Hey, listen. Don't stop, Brooklyn. Don't stop. Okay, I done had a
I just had to be clear. You said you got shit. Are you from Chicago?
Yeah, you already know I have that. I was born with them in my family. You know what I mean? Long live my brothers, man. Long live my brothers. Anyway, listen. I think that having shooters around you, like Jordan Canada and Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray and Nas Hillman, even, right? Pow. You got shooters, and then now we seeing Okot do what she was doing in South Carolina, right? Take that 3. Sometimes she stopped at that 3-point line, coming at the top of the key and let that boy go because that's her shot. You got what I'm saying? So they kind of get unconscious. They kind of get like unconscious that they really shoot like that. That's, you know what I mean? Only when they're missing a lot of shots, some of them are self-aware. Some of them have awareness to themselves, but most shooters that I've been around on the basketball court, they have, an unconscious thing because, a lot of people call it selfish play. Michael Jordan was accused of selfish play most of his whole career. You got what I'm saying? They say Enrique Gumawale is a very selfish type of shooter.
Yeah, 2 of my favorite players.
You're one of my favorite players too, right? That's why we always get along. So the thing is that, you know, as a person that does shoot the ball at a high volume, guys, you sometimes they're just not aware to a fault. But I know you guys just like me. It's like, goddamn it, you know how many shots you didn't, you know what I mean, you didn't chuck. And you know you didn't chucked up more than 1 or 2 shots, mother uffer. You know what I'm saying? Pass the goddamn ball. You see your shot ain't falling. The shot before the shot that you just shot didn't go in. Pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Then we reset along the game. We'll do another reset and you try it again. You do a heat check to see if you know what I mean, you able to hit it.
Trust the ball movement. It's gonna come back to you.
That's right. So hey, my baby Tiffy Cole. So what I will say, I'm gonna let you give your take, Tiffy, on tonight's game. I say so for my take, what I will say is better ball movement. Angel was able to call her own number. Ryan Howard showed up. I don't like inconsistency in players, which you already know, bro. That was my problem with the year before, right?
Let me piggyback off of what you're saying about Angel, though, real quick before and shout out to MSL and also shout out to Tiffy. I seen they both, even though Tiffy was throwing shots at me, I think they both mentioned me in the chat. But not only did Angel look for her own shots today, I think they was more assertive because of what happened last game. They was more, they had more of an emphasis on hitting Angel, hitting Okot, hitting Nas Hillman when they had pick and roll or post up opportunities. So that also helped. So you're right. Angel did get it and take it coast to coast. And then also they had more of an emphasis, again, moving the ball, making sure that the ball is being touched by a lot of different people and not just the ball handler in those situations.
Yeah. Well.
And then last thing I want to say too, because it's very important. I was thinking this while you was talking. It just almost slipped my mind. I'm very happy that the bench at the end was able to get some minutes together. What's her name? Aaliyah Nye. I think she got her first shot today. She got her first 3 today, so that was good for her. And then, you know, obviously Izzy Berlice was in most of the Izzy and Okot, they was in most of the game. They got a lot of minutes. And then we was able to see India Navarre at the end, along with Sika Conan and that bench mob get some minutes together. So I really like that as well.
Go ahead, Tiffy.
Hey, bro, Clyde.
Hey, baby. Hey, I know you ain't. I still ain't drink the Kool-Aid, Tiffy. You know me. You know your uncle. Go ahead.
Right. You know, this was a good game. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good game. But 2 things. One, I love, and I said it was gonna happen. I said I'm gonna give it 10 games because eventually Angel's gonna stop giving the ball to Ryan and Jordan, and she's gonna bring it up. Mm-hmm. And I love that she did that today, and she was very intentional in giving the ball inside to Okot.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
very
Carl,
intentional.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, Carl Semesco, I know you watching this. I know you watching Bro Claude's channel. You must be, right? Because all of a sudden, like,
but you know they be doing it though, right? You know it. You put me on.
Oh, of course, especially because you actually break down the game. You're not just like saying stuff to say stuff, and you actually know basketball. So it's like, okay, if you listen to this channel, if you listen to your channel, if you listen to a lot of the channels, in the Simply Ball Dropping Network, then you'll actually be able to hear valid basketball critique. And if you're a coach, you can go back and implement that. So whether Carl or one of his assistants or whatever was watching the whatever, you know, he decided to have common sense this game and put Borlase on the court with Angel.
Did I say that?
Yeah, we've been saying this for how many games? Put her on the court with Angel because Borlase is the only other guard outside of Pau. Pau is good at passing the ball inside the half court to the bigs, but Borlase is the only one who I've seen do a
She tries to
transition.
find Angel. She
Yes.
tries to find her.
In transition.
Yes.
She is not taller than Ryan Howard. She's taller than Jordan Kennedy, but she's not taller than Ryan Howard. What she has is a high basketball IQ. If your big is running across the court, you reward the big.
She's running with you, right?
Running with you, running ahead. It takes, she's 6'4". Angel is 6'4". Nas is 6'1". Okada is 6'6". If you got bigs, that's a lot of body to carry down the court. You putting all that energy and sprinting to the other side, Jordan Canada will start walking. You know, Ryan Howard acting like she grocery shopping, looking at everything, looking at the crowd of everything before she crossed the court. No, if your big is sprinting across the court, there's a mismatch that they're going to meet down there because most bigs are not that fast. So there's going to be a guard on them. That's an easier layup to get done, or an easier jump shot. We saw that happen twice, and Angel was able to use her pump fake. That little old girl, Flores, whatever her name was not messing with her, right? She moved on out the way, and that's easy bucket. So that's all we've been asking for. Put your bench players in around starters who complement their game. That's all.
Yeah. I think Tiffy, two things, what I will say. Do I want Jordan Canada to lose her starting position? No. Because Jordan is a very fast-paced player, okay? She's faster than Pow Pow, yes. We need that jump start and that run. She is also a two-time champion, okay? But she's small, all right? I don't like to rag on short players, which you already know. I don't like to rag on short players because I think, you being short don't make you not be able to play, because Kelsey Mitchell eating up people alive. Okay, so I ain't going. Hey, Kelsey Plum is killing people all day long and eating. So the size doesn't matter to me. Your IQ matters to me. And Jordan Canada does not have that IQ fully to make sure. Yes, she does try a lot of times to hit Angel in certain areas, but those, if you look and watch Tiffy, some of those were turnovers. When she would be trying to throw the ball in the Angel, there were those passes would be passes that was picked off because she was too late on getting them there. You got what I'm saying? Or so I felt their last game they was playing real safe with each other. They played to who they trust. They played to who they went to war with. Angel just so happened to get the short end of the stick, right? It just happens that way in pressure games, and they stuck to what they knew, which was not good, right? At the end of the day, when you do those type of things, or you have those type of moments where you freezing out a player like Angel who affects the game in total, not some of the game, not a part, the offensive side, not the defensive side. She affects the game 94-50, especially when she's on, right? When she's on point, it's crazy to look at, right? So the thing is that what I'm bringing to the forefront with both of you guys is that it's hard for me to say I don't want Jordan Canada on the floor. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I don't like Jordan Canada being in a position where we depend on her to be the end all be all, if that made sense. I mean, because I don't, at times Jordan Canada can get selfish, and then she didn't pass by Angel just like they did. You know what I mean? And that's what he was talking about, that one-on-one play, right? We saw it happen. We even seen when she almost got hurt again, trying to drive it on 6'5" people, right? Like, why are you trying to drive on, you know what I mean? Come on, man, stop it. What are you doing? Be sensible. So Pow is my choice, but I don't want a lot of people to be like, oh man, he Gamecock, this and that. No, it's not about that. Pow been passing to big since she really been in her college tandem, and especially she played with Camilla. You got what I'm saying? Then she played with Joyce Edwards and Sanaa Fagan. You feel what I'm saying? So she used to passing, you know what I mean? Passing to the bigs. She got a whole bunch of bigs that was on there. So, you know, that transition on how Jackwell Jones was getting the ball from when Pow was playing and starting while Jordan Canada was injured, you saw they was rolling, right? I mean, it's the same thing. I think that they need to give more time with Burleigh, Pow, Angel, and Ocott being on that floor. Of course, Howard and Alicia Gray can switch out. But I mean, when those ones are on the court, guys, the offense seemed like it was flawless. If you guys noticed that. But you know, that's my take. Go ahead, Brooklyn, if you got something on that.
And then I give my take. Or you want me to go first, and then you want to get to the super chat?
Go ahead. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me get the super chat. Amy Sue. Do y'all think Burleigh was on the bench watching the three guards not pass the ball to Angel and told herself she was not going to be like them? Amy Sue. Probably so, because she got a high IQ. I mean, that's what I would do that, you know. But go ahead, Brooklyn. Thank you for $5 super chat. I appreciate you so much, man. Hold on, Brooklyn. Let me
do your thing.
I don't want to give you no generic celebration, Amy Sue. I appreciate you. And I thank you for coming, man. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe, or join the channel if you haven't. I appreciate you all the time. Go ahead, Brooke.
All right, so my perspective is slightly different. I do agree with the points both of y'all made. But as far as Jordan Canada goes, I also had the thought of maybe she shouldn't start. But mine was basically more so from the defensive point of view. Offensively, I think she's fine. Offensively, again, I know, again, like I said, some of us get used to one way to play basketball, right? I hear a lot of things like IQ this and IQ that, but you got to realize every point guard is different, right?
Yeah.
We got, from women don't like when you use the men's game, so I'm going to try to do this. Bear with me. I'm going to try to do this from a women's point of view, right? You have point guards like, let's say Sue Bird, right? Because Sue Bird was a scorer. Yeah. I'm not mistaken, right? She was a passer and a scorer, right? So you got point guards like Sue Bird. You got point guards like Vandersloot, who's basically more of a passing guard, right? And then you got point guards like Chelsea Gray, right? And then you got you got more defensive point guards. You got point guards like Weatherspoon, right? You got point guards like that, and then you got point guards like Kennedy, right? Who's a score first point guard, right? So you got all different types of point guards, but a lot of times people fall in love with the pass first point guard. They think that's what a point guard is, and if you're not pass first and you're not a point guard, but point guards come in many different size, shapes, and versions. Right. So Jordan Canada, the way she plays a point guard position more like a scorer, like a scoring guard. And she passes second, score first, pass second. That's why I said a lot of these guards on Atlanta are shoot first guards. They're not pass first guards, right? They're looking for their shot first, and then they're looking for the pass. The problem with that is you could fall into an isolation game, which is terrible for the offense that Carson Mesco is running. You got some offenses that's heavy isolation, and that'll work, but not in this offense. This offense, if you do that, is going to look terrible like it looked the other night. This offense is only going to work if you trust the pass, and that's what they kind of did today. And that's the only way these particular guards is going to work, especially with the bigs they have with Angel, Ocott, Nas, and Bree Jones when she comes back. So on the offensive end, I don't have an issue. on a defensive end, like if Jordan, like in a Fever game, right? If Jordan Canada is not a scoring threat, she's a liability now because she's not big enough to stop anybody, right? She was on Kelsey Mitchell for most of the game last game, and Kelsey Mitchell got off, and it's not Jordan Canada's fault. She's just 5'6". Like, it is what it is. She's fast enough to keep up with her, but she's not big enough to challenge anybody's shot. And that's the problem. So when she's out there and she's in a passing lane, and first of all, I ain't had nobody in here say this, but I've been seeing this online a lot. And you could just tell the people who know basketball and who don't know basketball sometimes with the way they speak. Mm-hmm. Yes, steals and blocks are defensive stats. But that don't mean you know how to defend. Because I keep seeing people say, look at they'll take Caitlin Clark and they'll be like, look at her steals and her blocks. And people say she can't play no defense. That has nothing to do with playing defense. So when Jordan Canada is out there and she's getting those steals in the passing lane, great. She's helping us on the defensive end. She's helping us get back in transition and all of those things. But when she's not getting those steals and she's not stopping the player that's in front of her, she's a liability. If she's not scoring, she's not making up for that liability. So for me, that's when I question her starting capability. Like, do we bring her off the bench as more of a spark plug, or do you start her and then kind of like situationally take her out when it's not benefiting you? So that's when I think about her in the starting lineup. There was something else I wanted to say too, but I forgot what it was. If it come back to me, I'll say it.
Yeah, Jordan Canada doesn't need to start. I think when it comes down to matchups, and I think when you're managing like, oh, we're paying her all this money, and Ryan and Alicia like her, and blah blah blah, like she's gonna start because of politics. She doesn't need to start for most matchups. But I think it's fine. You can have her start, but she has to become more comfortable playing off guard because of what you said, Brooklyn. Like, she wants to score before she passes. And when you have a more willing passer on the team, such as Angel, on the starting lineup, such as Angel, especially when Bree Jones comes back, Jordan Canada needs to be moved off ball most of the time. I personally prefer when you have Angel bringing up the ball. I prefer when Ryan is at the top of the key and she's actually trying to pass or make a play. I don't very much like when Alicia Gray is at the top of the key. Yes, she'll pass, but ultimately she kind of like, she telegraphs her passes a lot. So if you see in this game too, there's like a couple of turnovers that happened just because she either didn't run to catch the pass, or like she literally was just like, or almost turnovers where she literally was just like looking directly at who she was going to pass the ball to, hesitating and just over deliberating the passes. So I don't really think she needs to be, more than telegraphing. She was giving directions. She was giving GPS, like, I'm going to pass to you. This is who I'm about to pass to. Should I pass? Like, no. So I don't think she should, be doing a lot of the, playmaking. I much more prefer when it is Angel and then Ryan and then after that Pow. But I like Borlase too. But like Angel said to Borlase in the game today, like, if I give you the ball, shoot it, right? Because then they were having trouble moving with the ball, and Borlase moves much better off ball. Like her cutting, her basketball IQ is so high, and it's higher than the guards that are there currently in the starting lineup in Ryan and Alicia and Jordan Canada, because Borlase does not need to have the ball to make a play. She doesn't need to have the ball. Her cuts make the defense move. Her cuts are smart because they fill gaps in the perimeter that are needed without just shuffling and doing the electric slide like, the rest of the starting guards like to do when it comes to that. So I think that, Jordan Canada looks much better, and I'm going to stay on this. Jordan Canada looks much better with the bench players, because the bench players don't really have someone who, like, Tina Pow is serviceable, but she's not really a point guard, right? She's more of a combo guard. So I think the bench players look much better with Jordan Canada. And when you get a blowout game like this, that's an opportunity to put Jordan Canada back in the game give her minutes, give her ability to ISO, give her an ability to pass and get those assists with the bench players. Because the bench has a bunch of shooters. They also have bigs, though. So in this game, I saw a few times in the second half when Jordan Canada actually gave Okot and Angel the ball. And I was like, oh, they must have been cussed out. Somebody must have cussed them out last game, because this is the first time I've seen Jordan Canada intentionally look inside with the ball. But in the post game, Carl Semesco said something, and he said, he didn't want to say it, but they were almost too unselfish, passing up open looks to get the ball to the open person. And that's what I said like last time. Like, the order comes from the top down. The reason why they were passing the ball and being intentional using the space interior and not taking dumb shots is because Carl Semesco told them in this game to put a focus on driving to the paint, using the paint space, getting to the open person, not just taking an open look. And I was like, see, that's why the guards before were emboldened to just chuck up whatever they decided, because Carl didn't tell them pass the ball. You notice when they got off to that start in the beginning, they had 11 shots, 10 of them were assisted. That's a difference night and day between last game and this game. Team basketball will win, and Jordan Canada does not play the best. She's not the best facilitator for team basketball, and that's why I think she needs to move to the bench, or she needs to get comfortable playing off ball.
Okay, guys, I want you guys to see something real quick. So those of y'all that's new to the channel, y'all already know that me and Keisha, Duvall and Tony are the Players Club. And me and Keisha, y'all been with us for a long time. And y'all know when me and Keisha, when we started our channels, we became the Players Club, right? Basically, calling the college games when we started trying to get ourselves monetized, doing those 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers on the channel. So this lady that I'm about to play is talking about what you was alluding to, Tiffy Cole, that everybody's watching, everybody's looking. We got motion chat. And if you think you in the wrong place, you in the right place, because they all watching and talking about your family. The Simply Ball Dropping Podcast, Steady Serving Sports, ENT, me, myself, the Gingerbread Man, Cut That Ish, Real Talk Sports with Sister Keisha and Duvall, and then of course Court Vision was So Pretty Tony. We got a tight unit, and the people see it and they feeling our emotion across the YouTube ways. So here's a sister that talked about your family on her podcast, y'all. Somebody had sent it to her while she was talking, and someone was in her chat chatting. The name not gonna show up anymore, but it was a different name, and it was some type of person that was making her aware. So here's what she had to say.
Back starting got offended. Yep, that's what I think too. That's what I think too. Like that's what makes me ask, whose team is it? Because it's like he let Ryan and Nas run the team, and Ryan act like she can't separate herself emotionally from Nas. So ultimately, Nas running all this shit, which is why I keep asking y'all, who the hell is she related to? Yep, Kingmaker. That's it. Oh, somebody said some podcast last night was clipped about their rant on the Dream and how the players are treating Angel like the Sky did. I mean, honestly, here's what fans said about the way Angel's being treated, frozen out. They said that's exactly what happened in Chicago. They didn't work her into the offense. They wanted her just to get the rebounds off of their missed shots. That's it.
So this sister talked about, she had some good points, but I just wanted to show y'all that we not up here being dishonest. Shout out to the sister. You know, go over there. Her name is What She Said Sports. She one of the aunties for Shador also. So she's known as one of the aunties that campaigns for Shador. But I wanted to let y'all know, that's why I changed the background to let y'all understand, man. We are here to give y'all me in particularly running this show is to give y'all my best take and the best way that I seen in all of my years and you know what I mean, playing basketball, being around professional basketball players, growing up with them in the same house, you know what I mean, sleeping in, you know what I mean, in the same rooms with my cousins and watching them grow up and we hooping together and they was able to, you know, play professional ball, you know what I'm saying, and being a part of their lives and growing. So I could only, you know, bring you guys to a surface of what I know, me physically and how I played the game, and also what I've experienced while playing the game with others amongst me. So shout out to the sister. You know, she had some good valid points. T. Camilla, she kind of sounded like you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She really did, because in her understanding, she want to know who the hell Nas Hillman is kin to. she wanna know who the hell Nas Hillman is kin to be chucking them, you know what I mean, chucking them shots up the last game. And we all was like, what, why was that happening? And like I said before on that last take, y'all, I think that Jordan Canada, what in particularly freezing me personally, I didn't think that she was freezing Angel out. I just, like me and Brooklyn was just talking about too, you Tiffany. I think that she has a lack thereof, right? Of finding Angel, because she's a shoot first type of point guard. And you know, sometimes they get into them zones, like I said when I started the show, you know, when me and Brooklyn was starting this, giving our take, sometimes shooters get into this type of thing where they just shooting the ball and they not paying attention of anyone else, because they want to be the person who's the one to be the hero. And when you get into hero ball, you disappoint a whole bunch of people. You disappoint yourself, because you're not gonna hit every shot that you put up. You know, that's one of them nights. If you having one of them nights, yes, shoot the damn ball for God's sake. But you not having one of them nights. What the hell are you 6 for 18 and you thinking you having a good shooting spree? No, you're not. No, you're not. Pass the goddamn ball. Hey, Sister Bernadette, my sister. But Tiffy Cole, Big Brooklyn, I'm gonna go on this next subject and then we're gonna talk about that. And we're gonna let it lay where it's at and get up out of here. So you guys know that the WNBA is pushing an agenda. For the last 2 years, now 3 seasons, they've been pushing an agenda for Caitlin Clark. And of course, you guys see Portland, you guys see the Valkyries, and now the Toronto Tempo, you know, starting to, you know, change the idealism of what an expansion team is. Okay, so what I'm going to be clear on, what is the agenda that you guys see that the WNBA is doing? And my second part of that question is, because we see that they still trying to wean themselves off of the Caitlin Clark motion, what do you think is the agenda for the next season to come? That's been on my mind to do it on the last show, but I'm able to get it off on this show. So I can start with Tiffy Cole. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think they're still trying to do I feel like we all knew that when Juju comes in like 2028, the curtains close for Caitlyn. I think her best opportunity to win a championship was last year. I think they'll still like push her to the side like they do like Sabrina Ionescu. They'll wait until she has enough superstars and vets to push her to a championship, and then they'll celebrate her like she didn't shoot 1 for 19 in the final. But I think that respectfully,
that was horrible. That was horrible though.
That's also facts though. She keeping it 100.
Facts. It was facts.
So, I do think that Kelsey Mitchell, she's gonna probably leave the Fever this year. So I don't know what superstar they're gonna shackle up in there and to put next to Caitlyn afterwards, but we will see. I think this is pretty much their last year. It's gonna be championship or a bust for the Fever. And they have already started the next agenda, which people aren't gonna like it, but oh well, Dallas is definitely being pushed as like a destination. That's the reason they allowed Dallas to get the #1 pick, knowing that they're going to waste it on AZ Fudd. But I think they overcorrected because nobody expected Olivia Miles to be this good. We did, right?
I did.
I was the one calling her generational when people were getting mad when I said she was generational.
Hey, Brooklyn, we got cussed out.
You remember? Those same people. Listen, not to go sidetrack. People be want to know why I disrespect Duvall so much, but that conversation about Olivia Miles and what was the other girl named Cheyenne Sellers? That's where that started from. It was a debate between me and another gentleman about Olivia Miles and Cheyenne Sellers, and I was saying Olivia Miles is generational. That person was like, "Top stairs, she generational. Cheyenne Sellers is gonna be this, that, and the third." And I didn't see Cheyenne Sellers since, and I ain't hear nobody apologize yet. But it is what it is. But you know what I mean?
But it is what it is. They
still chose sides against me. Your man Duvall still chose sides against me, and be wondering why I disrespect him in the chat. That's why. That's why I be saying, "Bro, call can't save you." Again, Tiffany, I ain't me interrupt. You didn't strike the call. You strike the call, Tiffany.
I mean,
leave that for another show.
I don't know what's going on there, but I mean, it's true. Like, unless you were watching Notre Dame closely in 2024, and 2024, 2025, and 2026, I guess TCU in that last year, you wouldn't know what type of player Olivia Miles was. If you were a Chicago Sky fan, you were watching Olivia Miles because you thought that she was going to come out last year and she was going to go to Chicago, right? So I think that the WNBA overplayed their hand because they didn't know Olivia would translate this well. And so Kurt Miller, they just went with Paige and AZ because they're going to try and get that NCAA, fan base from UConn to come over. Womp, womp, womp. It's not working, right? And the superstar there that they try and tamper down is Arike and Jessica Shepard. So I think that they're pushing, although Jessica Shepard, if you watch her, she travels a lot. But
exactly. I'm going to touch on that when you finish. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, but you can tell the WNBA is pushing that team, just like they were pushing Caitlyn and the Fever, because Aaliyah Boston before this year, she would travel a lot. She would do, if she was not on the Fever, she would foul out. She would be in worse foul trouble than Cameron Brink. But because she was on the Fever, the refs kind of like gave her a slight and she was able to put up all those numbers, right? Same thing's happening with Jessica Shepard. She's benefiting. Are you gonna get this money right quick?
I didn't want to cut you off. I didn't want to cut you off. I want you to. Hey, that's why I love you, Tiffy.
You know me and Tiffy is about the business, bro. Carter, if you gotta get the money, get the money. You ain't gonna stop us from giving our thoughts.
Okay, listen, y'all. I would greatly appreciate it if y'all would like to give to the channel. We got over 130 people up in here, y'all. We talking about basketball and really giving knowledge and giving our takes about the basketball. And then I would ask for you guys to subscribe to the channel. That's the most thing that I want. Those of you guys that have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to the channel, and also like it and share it with someone else. The other thing, I'm gonna say this, Brooklyn, you know, on my show, because it was on record and I had to do it in the public. You and Duvall thing don't happen here, okay? We all could be wrong. You know, me and you, we want 100. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all handle that as men. Y'all think, once again, I think y'all need to talk to it. But like on shows like this, I have to, you know, I ride out with who I ride out with. You already know that, with yourself included. I'm a solid person. I'm a peaceful person, and I'm a brother in the midst of it. But I have to address it that, you know, Duvall can be wrong sometimes. I can be wrong sometimes. You could be wrong sometimes. Tiffy could be wrong sometimes. But and MSL and all of Tony and Keisha, but we have to. I just want to say this in all due respect. I can't tell with no grown man what to do, but I also can run my house properly, right? And I want to say that I got love for you. I got love for Duvall, and I'm 10 toes down for my brother. He not here to defend himself, but we wouldn't do that on this show anyway. Y'all will have to talk about whatever needs to be talked about on the other side. This is the last time I'm gonna address it. But you know, y'all grown men. I'm 50 going on 60 years old. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to be involved in that type of thing. And I want to make sure that the people, because Brooklyn, you got great takes. You're a smart individual. You got good showmanship. I don't want that to be a highlight of my show in anyone's spec, because we know what happened before a couple years ago, and people went left with it. And I'm running a professional show. I got real NBA people looking at this show right now tonight. Sister Bernadette is in the chat, and I know you don't know what's going on or what's happening, but I would like further notice on the record. I want you guys to always, on this show, I don't know, you know what I mean? Keisha run her show, like K-Sap said. K-Sap run his show, Tony run her show the way they want to. But on my show, I don't want to be in the midst of nobody's beefing and spats. And you know what I mean? Sometimes Wody Mack be coming up here with some trash cans. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna stick here and let another person disrespect Wody Mack because he gave a bad take, because he sometimes do. And sometimes he rambles on and people don't want to hear Wody Mack. But by me starting off this show, and Wody Mack was one of the 3 people that was in my chat when I started off December the 16th in 2024. And he been gifting and giving to this channel ever since, and supporting. And even though he's a Caitlin Clarkey, he's been supporting. And I know that he has been sharing the show with others to come over here. You know what I mean? Clarkies or not, I don't give a shit who you support. But long as you come over here, same thing I say with the Caitlin Clark Club. Y'all can support Caitlin Clark, but you're not going to come over here on my channel and disrespect Angel Reese. You ain't going to do it. I'm just a 10 toes down type of soldier. You got what I'm saying? Forget about all that man shit. I'm a soldier first, and I ride out for my family, and I'm a black man that knows what's happening right now. And I wanted to give in the middle of this podcast, Fred Hampton Jr. is locked up right now, held prisoner for protest. You know what I mean? And his father was murdered and killed. Y'all go watch The Black Messiah. You know, Judas and the Black Messiah. Y'all get more familiar on who the Black Panther Party was, which one of the highest stages of Black civil rights right here in Chicago. So y'all got to understand that I believe in peace and solidarity, because when it's war, it's war. I don't know nothing else. I spent 8 years in the military training men to go overseas to go, and what they call defending the country. But I had real trained people who had to do a job of so-called protecting the country, right? So I just want to be able to let everybody know I'm your brother. I'm gonna do what I need to do on this podcast. I'm very professional. I love people who are professional like you and Tiffy and everybody else. So sometimes when I get out of character, Brooklyn, you've called me back on the podcast just a few days ago. So I need self-checking, and I'm grateful and I'm thankful for that, because somebody above, when you think you're above being checked, then you missed it with me, because I'm not above being checked and actually get myself on the right track. You know what I mean? Because if you checking me, that means, God dog, you trying to help me be a better man, a better brother, and a better person in my profession. So I just wanted to leave it there. We ain't gonna talk about that no more, because I don't want nobody else to even elaborate on that shit, because I roll with who I roll with, just like I roll with Angel Reese, but also rap with the Chicago Sky. You got what I'm saying? Two things can exist at the same time. And I don't want to be, looked upon on nobody saying, hey man, this is going on and you ain't address it, bro, Claude. So I addressed it. Let's leave that shit there. On this podcast from now on, we ain't gonna have no beef with nobody. But me and you was called names, disrespected on that certain show. We was told that we have terrible takes. The man hung up on me one time when the show was on live. Some of y'all that was there seen it happen, and they told me that Olivia Miles was not a point guard. They told me that I know nothing about basketball with those terrible takes that I was given about Olivia Miles, and questioned my integrity on what I know, not knowing the things that the chat now knows about who I really am and what I was. I wasn't flexing or anything like that. So you are right, Brooklyn. We got disrespected and called names in that particular time. You know what I mean? On that particular show. You know what I mean? For it's not anybody gonna get away with it, but when we say names, meaning that we have bad takes and we don't know what we're talking about, and that was idiotic to even think that Olivia Miles was a point guard. So that's what we talking about, chat. A situation happened about the but shout out to Olivia Miles. She's shutting people up. She making those people who left me come back that was on that particular show. Those people have now been coming back. Tiffy Cole know what I'm talking about. They have been coming back because I give good takes, and I'm a man that believe in what I believe in, and I believe in giving the people what they want on my show. And this is a basketball channel for women, and women. Angel Reese's platform right now, right? Listen, ain't nobody gonna change it. This ain't no goddamn Caitlin Clark channel. So if you want Caitlin Clark, go over there. I'm gonna talk about Caitlin Clark. I'm gonna criticize Caitlin Clark. I'm gonna talk good about Caitlin Clark. But if you want somebody to glaze Caitlin Clark, go over there. I'm gonna glaze Angel Reese over here. So if y'all ain't got no problem with that, let's continue on. So my next thing is, y'all, my next subject is A'ja Wilson. Do y'all feel that A'ja Wilson is totally being disrespected as we speak? Because I had to talk about this before we even close this show, man. I had to talk about, do y'all think with A'ja Wilson right now, what she's doing right now, and we still talking about these other complected players, and not the WNBA still still have not caught up to embrace the real face of the WNBA, which I always thought that the greatest player is the face of any sport. So why are we still talking about these other players who is a lower tier than Asia Wilson, period, outside of the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark battling thing? But I'm talking about their conversations that's being had even right now, that Caitlin Clark is the greatest player of all time, and this Paige Beckers is the greatest player of all time. And even some of us that's crazy Angel Reese play, most of us, most of us that's Angel Reese, we give kudos to the GOAT, because Angel Reese always loved the veterans. But I just want my question to my panel is, why is it that people can't accept Asia Wilson as the GOAT and the face of the WNBA? She's beautiful, she's bold, she dates an NBA player, she's definitely marketable, so she shot that down. And wherever, Angel has opened up those doors, wherever Angel was, she was there also. So I give it to Brooklyn, because Tiffy started off last time. So would y'all please answer this question for me? Why are we still talking about this right now, today?
You probably not gonna like my take then, because
Go ahead.
I don't feel like Asia Wilson is the face of the league, and it's not fair to Asia. She should be the face of the league, right? But the face of the league is the person who transcends the sport, right? Regardless if you like the person or you don't like the person, it's the face that everybody knows, right? It's the face that you could use to bring in new fans, right? That's the face of the league, right? It's the face of the person that's gonna represent your league, right? And be the ambassador for your league, right? So even though Asia Wilson embodies all of those qualities, she's not popular, right? Outside of the sport, a lot of people don't know who she is. Like, people who don't watch women's basketball don't know who she is. So in this day and age, with name, image, and likeness that college has bought into the pro sport, she can eventually be that player. The bigger her name get, the bigger, and that's up to now the people that she's in business with, that she's partnered with, right? The Nikes and the other people that she's endorsed by, has to put her face out there more, and her game has to be marketed to people so they know, she's young and she have all of these accomplishments and she's doing this, and this is how she stack up to the greats, so people could know who she is. People that's into WNBA or into women's basketball know exactly who Asia Wilson is. So to the people who follow women's basketball, Asia Wilson is the face of the league, right? But to the people who don't, as maybe a casual fan or don't watch women's basketball, they don't know who she is. So the face of the leagues are Caitlin and Angel, right? Those are the people who transcend the sport, where even if you don't watch women's basketball, you know those names, right? Or you heard them before. And I would argue Angel is actually the real face of the league, because Caitlin is known to people, again, people who's into the sport, people who love women's basketball, people who love the WNBA. People know Caitlin, but people know Angel that don't even watch basketball, right? Regardless if you love her or hate her, regardless if she's a villain to you and all you care about is her lowlights, regardless if she's a hero to you and you want to champion her, you know who she is. She's the biggest star in women's basketball, regardless if you know it because you hate her or you know it because you love her. Angel Reese is the biggest face in women's basketball. And not only is she the biggest face in women's basketball, she's clearly the biggest face when it comes down to social media. And we know in this day and age, social media is actually more important than live TV. People is consuming things, on their phone more than they actually sitting down watching TV. So all of those things right there tells you that Angel Reese is really the face of the league. Now, should it be like that? No, Angel Wilson should be the face of the league. But again, we know women's basketball isn't on the same level as MLB or NBA or all these other American sports, where typically the best person in the sport, because the sport is so popular, everybody's going to know the best person in the sport, and that's going to be the face of the league. Women's basketball hasn't quite made it there yet. It's on the way to that. So right now, today, the best person in the sport isn't the face of the league, which is Asa Wilson, right? The face of the league is the one that everybody knows, and that's Angel Reese.
Yeah. Can I go?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, cool. Yeah. Why is she the face of the league? I think because it's no money behind her, right? I think that she's the best player, undisputable. And I think that the WNBA struggles with a marketing problem, right? Kathy Engelbert said in 2024, like the racism is bad, but hey, they're making money, right? So that's why they keep pushing behind this failed product, which is Caitlin Clark. That's why, they are marketing and pushing behind the Dallas Wings, and they're trying to make Paige more of the face of the league. But she's best friends with Angel. So, of course, you can't build a rivalry there. So now they're trying to add AZ to the mix and all these other things, blah, 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 right? Trying to make her team better. But I would say, I don't like men's comparisons to the NBA, but I think they did a better job when it came to realizing multi-talented people, right? Because you're looking in the early mid 2010s, right? There was still LeBron, but you had Steph's talent was so pronounced that they had to lift him up and make him a face of the league. At a point in time, John Morant was like a secondary face of the league, right? And so that's where the WNBA fails, because yes, you need to have a face of the league. You have a face of the league that's based on popularity, which is true. Angel is the face of the league. Caitlin is their manufactured, and they're trying to manufacture Paige. But then you should also have a secondary face that's based on skill set, because whether they like it or not, they tried everything they could to dampen A'ja Wilson's MVP stats and MVP performance in last year, and they just couldn't, right? Because she was just that good. Meanwhile, they're giving Caitlin 10 free throws a game, and they're intentionally hampering Angel. So that's what I'm saying. Angel is the face of the league based off of popularity. She will become that based off of skill set, simply because the refs are forcing her to become that, right? They're not giving her anything. So she is forced to become just a tier above everybody else, and they can't hold back her game. Ultimately, I think that next year, the face of the league is going to match skill set, and it's going to be a young person, and it's going to be Juju. So unfortunately, I don't think A'ja will ever get a chance to really be that on her own. But I do think that Juju's going to be there right next to Angel and Caitlin. Paige is going to be up there. And then maybe, just maybe, if they can squeeze one more in, it's going to be A'ja.
Here's on Jay Hood. Shout out to this is my friend, y'all. She when I was coming up in the music business, Jay Hood won the GCI Idol. After she, before she even went on the American Idol, she won the Chicago Idol here in Chicago, and then she went on. Some of my Chicagoans, they know Jennifer Hudson's Come Up Here. This is also my friend. Definitely bought my CD each and every time she saw me, pulled up on me when she was in, her truck, and her and Lisa Ray. Shout out to Lisa Ray too. Was two of the people, and of course, y'all know my relationship with the Brat. I love B, but definitely J Hood, in that H2 Hummer, the black one. She will always pull up and pull on 87th and make sure that she supported my record, y'all. So me and sister came up together in Chicago, and shout out to her, and she's doing pretty good. Here you go, Jennifer Hudson, show y'all.
Asia, huh? You call her your girl?
Use your words.
Like, why is she your girl? What's so special about her?
Cause I love her super much.
Did he say I love her super much? Because she got like superpowers, don't she? I think
Use your
so
words.
too.
Look at Miss Hudson.
He's like, I'm looking at the
I
people.
know.
That's because we think you're a superstar. That's why they're looking at you. You see that? They cheering for you, Iman. Yeah, and they love Asia just like you do. She's my favorite too, okay? Yes.
She said she's her favorite.
Now, Mom, how did he learn about Asia?
Through me.
Yeah?
Yes. I used to play basketball in high school, middle school.
Yes.
So I've been a fan of the WNBA for a while. And we love Asia.
Yes.
Love the Las Vegas Aces.
And also her plays good basketball.
They play really good basketball. And your mom play good basketball too, huh?
Yes, me too.
Oh, you too. Basketball family. I like that. Do you still play, Mom? I don't play. Not no more?
No, we shoot around together, but I'm no good.
I'm sure you are, because now he's all inspired too. So what do you do?
I'm an educator.
Oh, nice.
Going on 13 years now.
Okay, my girl. Wow. That is beautiful. Now, you want to play basketball, Iman?
Mm-hmm.
You do? Does Asia inspire you to want to do that?
Yeah.
She does.
She said, yeah.
Look what?
Oh, look at you playing.
Oh, that's you.
See, I'm a basketball mom. I understand. My baby loves some basketball. And I said, we have a few clips of you having the Asian moment. Can we play it for you? Let's look at it together.
What did you just say?
I think about Asia Wilson.
You think about Asia Wilson?
I love her so much, and her play good basketball. I love her to come to my birthday party and to come to my house.
Did you play basketball with her?
No, I'm not a girl. Do boys play basketball?
Yes, we don't watch many NBA stuff. And who wears number 22?
Asia
Wilson.
So I wanted to tell y'all, I wanted to show this because this was Michael Jordan's and Michael Jackson's strategy. Because the kids, when those two guys were growing up and being towards the pinnacle of their success, Tifico, you know, I'm a little bit older than you guys. It
a
was
little bit.
No social media, none of that. You understand what I'm saying? All we had was like the TV and the magazines back then. But as long as her PR people, you're right, Brooklyn, on that. That's her PR people job. So Asia, they know that this is Asia Wilson's advocate show also, because that's my GOAT. My baby GOAT is Angel Reese, but my GOAT is Asia Wilson. Okay, everybody already know I glaze a little bit, but it's okay. But I wanted to do this before I let it run. I think that you guys are probably not seeing a strategy that is now starting to be done with Asia that I'm also going to be a part of too, of making sure her name is there and in development of who, because guys, we're in the era of watching WNBA basketball with the greatest player of all time in women's basketball. Trophy-wise, play-wise, the dominance, the physicality, all of the attributes that a person that can rule a court, take over a game, and win it all 3 times, 4 times MVP. We're in that era of Jordan, and we're not embracing it the way that I like it in particularly, but I want to be a part of the change in the world of basketball. And we already know, hey, it's so much money out here. Just because I push and I promote Asia, that don't mean that Angel, it's not gonna be none left. It's so much, black people get a little mixed up because by me being a street hustler, coming up, growing up, a lot of people get it twisted. That's why brothers are killing one another because they don't think that it's enough money to go around. Money ain't stopped being printed for hundreds of years. Money is still being printed. The problem is that the crab in the barrel mentality, that it ain't enough for you or me because I'm out here. You know what I mean? We even have this problem on the YouTube streets, which me and Brooklyn know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, YouTube pay you. I'm not getting none of your money of what YouTube say that you done. So why the hell you over here bothering me? Because I get paid from YouTube also because I'm a partner. So, we get a crab in the barrel mentality, and that's when the third eye goes to sleep when it comes to our people in particular. But let me go ahead.
Yay! So, Iman, because you want her to come to your house, you want her to come to your basketball, you want your birthday party, stuff like that. So would you play basketball with her? What would you do if she came to your house? Have you thought about it?
You can come anywhere with me.
Anywhere? Okay, so that means you want to meet her one day?
Mm-hmm. And I like to meet her.
You want to meet her? That sounds like fun. And you're turning 5 in like a few days, and you said you want her to come to your birthday party too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, can we give you a little birthday present?
You want a birthday present?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Asia, come on out here.
This is a good person, y'all. I made that clip for this reason and this reason. As long as you got kids watching basketball, as long as you got little ones like my little man, as long as like I got all my girls, they know who Asia is. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, Brooklyn, it's about the love, the hate, and the whole qua, which Angel has. Okay? And she is, I made a video, which you probably already seen, that Angel is the face of the WNBA, even more so than Caitlin. For Caitlin, it's the white people more. She has a majority of white people. She has that more rooting for her of the white people and the white, but they don't go to the culture. Some of those white people are racist white people who don't like our culture, who fails to understand what demographically what it means to hate Angel Reese because of the color of her skin, or what you don't think that she has. She's not on the level of Caitlin Clark to ever disrespect her or beat her. You know what I mean? Like the president's wife, Jill Biden, didn't like that Angel Reese beat Caitlin Clark in the LSU and Iowa finals. So she wanted to do something about it, which was to invite Caitlin Clark, which never was done in the Iowa Hawkeyes, the same time that LSU was invited. So we're here. But Asia Wilson got it out the mud, y'all. Asia Wilson is the greatest player of all time right now statistically, and she just made 30. She'll be 30 years old this year. And she's at the peak and pivotal point of her career where she's just now starting a rocket ship, and people acting like this is a 36-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? Like tides wouldn't happen for the best. I believe that the best should be acclimated. If you're the best, you're supposed to get the credibility no matter what. Hell, Michael Jordan was there, but to me, Dennis Rodman was probably the most popular because Dennis on the team because Dennis Rodman was on all the genres everywhere. Rock. He dated Madonna. I mean, everyone know Dennis Rodman. You got what I'm saying? I know, Tipico, I know you hate the comparison, but just for the lack of history, it is not necessarily at the time of Jordan's era in 80s, not necessarily that would work in 2026. So I get it, y'all. Social media. Angel is the most popular person on social media probably of all time in any WNBA platform. She's 106 million. 1,000,000.6 ahead of Haley Van Lith, right? And then it's Caitlin Clark. So, Caitlin Clark, then Haley Van Lith. So the thing is that Angel is a mega star. She reaches all of the genres. Yes, she's the most popular WNBA player probably of all time. But we're talking about the best player of all time. Let's not get it twisted. And I don't want us to get it twisted. See, the difference between us old school cats, Tifico, I sold records. These other mothers.
Hold on, bro. I can't let you do that.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm gonna say the difference between me. I'm just talking about me.
No, that's what point I was making, because you ain't specified that. You made it sound like I was old school too. We talking about you.
No, just me. No.
Yeah, just you.
The difference between the younger cats, because you younger than me. You don't know nothing about
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Add me in with Tiffany.
Yeah. You ain't my age. So the thing is that us old school cats like me in particular, we sold records. These newbies, you know why they struggling to eat and murder is going on? Because they got to try to get streams up. Do you understand what 1 million views ain't that much money to last you a lifetime? No, it's not. For one record or one song, because they don't sell records, but for one song or one stream and no downloads. So the thing is that, the game has changed. And the newbies are here. Angel is Angel. Angel gonna be the greatest of all time for everybody, because she changed America's view on basketball. When it comes to a lady, a beautiful woman, a brown-skinned black woman on top of that, and the star-spangled way that she conducts herself in the public, on the court, and in business. She changed it all. Coming out of the mud, Caitlin was given what she has. Caitlin was part of the machine, and it was given to her. Angel will always be the one who say the acclamations will be on her hard work to be the most popular and to be the greatest to come, because I believe she will be the GOAT, but she's my baby GOAT. But Asia, let's not get this shit twisted on this show. Asia, if you're watching and when you come, you're going to know your big brother, your uncle, going to stand 10 goddamn toes down and shit in anybody's throat with these words that Asia Wilson is the greatest player of all time. And we better embrace it and embellish it while she's here, that we can look at and what she's done and how she's came from the bottom and built her game up and is the greatest player right now. So I'm done. Y'all can go ahead and get y'all takes. I just wanted to show you guys that a strategy is set upon to make sure, and I'm going to be a part of that advocacy of having Asia be known right now in her time. They say give the people their flowers, not when they die, but give it to them while they're alive. In Asia, I give it to you. Go ahead, Tiff. Brooklyn was first last time.
Yeah, I think, there's no doubt about it, right? That A'ja Wilson is the best player in the WNBA, and she's the best player. I would say maybe I'm still, Maya Moore is up there too. But I think as far as accolades like that, 1A, 1B, right there for those two. For me, right, 1A, 1B, those two. But I think, when it comes down to it, and Angel, unfortunately, I'm a little bit younger. I'm a lot younger. I'm a little younger than, some folks. So.
It's okay, baby. It's all right. You got, that's why I'm a general and you still coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's okay, baby. It's all right. Go ahead. Come on.
But I would say that my goal has to be Angel Reese. And, she is younger. I do recognize there are better plays than her and all the other stuff. But I feel like when we look back 10, 15, 20 years from now, of course, we're going to remember, A'ja Wilson. We're going to remember, Diana Taurasi, Maya Moore. But this shift in old school, new school, personally, I could care less about what Caitlin Clark got going on because she's not stepping up to the plate. But when it comes to that much pressure, particularly last year when, Sloot was trying to steal Angel's destiny.
As far as, booty, yeah.
Right. She tried to steal her all-star. Her GM was against her. Her coach was doing a miming competition all season, whispering and everything. Like, what Angel did to turn around, like Camilla was going on vacations to Puerto Vallarta in the middle of the season. Like, what Angel did to turn around and show up as a player, like play-wise, told me that she will be the greatest. She will be the greatest. And she earned my spot as a younger individual, right? And that showed the media, like, okay, Angel Reese playing well, Angel Reese, as much negativity is behind her, all of those haters turn into fans when she started playing that well, right? So, to me, I'm like, all right, cool. This pivot in the WNBA, like, it doesn't need Caitlin, but it needed Angel. When Satu and Aneka told Angel before the draft in 2024, like, we need you. They didn't lie, because this phenomenon, this bottleneck, everything that's happening with the WNBA, more eyes, more teams, expansions, and all that other stuff, nobody would care if it was just Caitlin. Like, you need Angel in the equation, and the play matches the hype. It's all going to come together, and it's coming together, right? With Atlanta Dream, but it's all going to come together in the next couple of years. So we'll be undisputed. But where we are right now, I think that, A'ja is smart. I think that her connection with the younger players, with Paige, with Angel, with eventually Juju, is going to help raise her stocks in the public as well. Because, a lot of people who don't pay attention to Paige's game don't know nothing about the girl except that she's pretty and she has blue eyes or whatever, and she can kind of shoot, right? Her connection and her friendship with Angel gives her more of a platform, and likewise, vice versa, right? With Angel and some of them UConn people who don't give a crap about SEC or anybody darker than the brown paper bag.
That's right.
So I feel like, that's A'ja. That's got to be Asia's formula, right? You got to be willing to reap the benefits, and standing next to another young star is going to increase the spotlight on you. So, I know we're not getting into, y'all already went to the whole Kennedy and A'ja thing, but that quote or tweet or whatever that she liked on Threads about, don't get mad at these young stars. Like, it's better for you to work with them, because then that can even improve your, spotlight. I think A'ja has done a good job of that, right? It would be easy for a vet to say, man, like, these players aren't as good as me. They're getting tired of me. I should be hating on these players. But instead, she's like, all right, like, she's not overly complimentary because she's not a punk, right? She still knows that she's the greatest.
No, she likes people to hate her.
Yeah.
She said that. She wants to hate her.
She wants that negativity because she doesn't care. She knows how well she can play, but she's never going to take it out on another player, right? The younger players, which I think is the difference between what you'll see between some of these vets, like Sloot, and A'ja. A'ja knows that, okay, I'm going to be me. Like, this player being more popular than me doesn't do nothing to harm me. But don't forget about me. And she's building those relationships. She's networking. Networking goes both ways, right? In the league. So You know, I think she's doing a good job, and I think the young stars are needed in the game. And I don't think it's, you know, I don't see it as disrespect. I just see it as like the currency of today comes from the younger players. And if you're a superstar and you're an older player, like it's the reason we talk more about Asia than we do Stewie. I'm not gonna say nothing about Stewie's abilities and this, that, and the third, but Stewie, she's friends with these younger players, but she's not as connected publicly with them the way Asia is.
But
Asia
she's probably she's the second most decorated player. I don't know if people don't know this, but Asia Wilson surpassed Stewie just last year. She was behind Stewie in acclamations, but this last season, just Stewie hands down with Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, Horn Champion, leading in block, Finals MVP, and winning a championship. No one ever done that but Michael Jordan on the planet, ever. So two people that ever did that. And this is why I'm glad that you said what you said, Sister Tiffany. I wanted to make you aware. It's only two people. As much as we love Baby Goat, right now, two people, which is a hard thing. You know how many hundreds of thousands of millions of basketball players that it is. It's only two people and was that ever done what Asia and Michael Jordan have done. And I'm gonna advocate for Hakeem Olajuwon did not do that. He did not he was not a defensive player of the year in the same time that he won a scoring championship. Never 6'8". Stop it. I know my fact. Stop it. He was not. There's only two people on the planet Earth that ever did that. That had all of those acclamations at the same time and win a championship. All in the same year. Two people on the earth right now exist today. And that's Michael Jordan, Asia Wilson. So, no, Hakeem Olajuwon didn't do that shit. Stop it. See, 6'8" be just, you be so off sometimes. I see you in the chat. Thank you for coming to the show. Hit the goddamn like button. You ain't live long as me. So you just learned something, young boy. All right? You young buck. Got milk behind your ears. Maybe sometimes if you just sit down and listen to older people, you will understand what the hell is going on. So, Tiffy Cole, now I'm going to talk to you and Brooklyn. So I lived this day and lived this long to let y'all know, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. And when I say this, and I'm saying it with all sincerity, just because a person goes under adversity does not make them better. Just because we are on people who has went through greater adversities. In our heart, all of our heart is with Angel because of what she had to go. Asia did not go through what Angel went through at all. But Angel didn't go through what Asia's going through right now, and continuously to be ignored on her greatness. How do you think that makes you feel? Because I was the ninth child. By the time my mother and father had me, it was like, okay, little nigga, grow up and keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because they was tired. While the other children that was older than me were able to get praised. It made me feel some type of way. But before my father passed away, he cleared that up and said that I was his most dependable child that he ever had. And I was his last hope. Made me feel better. But at the time when he was living, before he got sick and said that to me, I always felt like I was the ninth fiddle. So I'm coming from as we say, emotionally tied to certain things, I understand what it feels like. And I know you, as a Black woman, Tiffy Cole, know what it feels like to be ignored in America, disrespected in America, not discussed, or not even to be the real thought of the hour. And you said it all. Listen, Tiffy, you, the Black woman, set all trends in the world. The Black man designed them. You had it in your womb of all of what they doing right now, wearing their hats to the left. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all, all this shit, the swag shit, this right here, you know what I'm saying? They got that from us. The pants sagging, all of the way, the glamour and all of this is what you see. They got it from us. The hip hop come from us. Y'all didn't understand, Tiffy Cole in Brooklyn. I'm gonna let y'all go. Do you understand that the people who created hip hop, they was just getting mocked last week, and LL Cool J had to come online to check the shit, and they was calling Africa Bombada them bum ass, they broke bum ass niggas. You think what I'm saying? I have no respect for that. You all would not even be in this era if it wasn't for people like me and the ones that came before me. The hip hop, we didn't let it die. So you guys get to embellish and embrace something that's worldwide that was only citywide in the New York streets. So I'm gonna land my plane there. So I'm emotionally tired about that shit, and I believe to keep the main thing, Tiffy Cole. And Angel Reese, by all respect, is not the GOAT. She will be, but not now. So go ahead, Brooklyn.
First of all, to add on what you was just saying, yeah, we gave them swag, but we also gave them mathematics and education. That's
all of it.
You know what I mean? Let's be clear. We gave them civilization and how to clean themselves, and we did all that. That comes from Black people.
All fours,
so let's be clear. Let's be clear about that. We ain't just teach them how to dance and sing. We also gave them mathematics and science and all that. That's another story. Let's get back to WNBA though. I agree with everything Tiffy Cole said. I'm in line with that. I'm in line with everything you just said. Like I said, the reason why I said Angel Reese is the face of the league is simply because of that's what a face of the league is, right? Like transition in the sport. But we all know who the best player in the league is. We all know who the face of the league should be. And that's not no disrespect to Angel Reese, because Angel Reese is the reason why I'm here. She's my favorite player, but I'm no dummy. Yeah. Angel Wilson is the best player in this league, right? And I think, so a couple things. One, first of all, let me say this to give Angel Wilson some praise. Even though Angel Wilson might not be the most known person outside of the WNBA, like that people who don't watch the WNBA, all of the players coming up, you know, I like in hip hop, you will hear a lot of rap. They don't say it a lot today, but in the 2000s, you would hear a lot of rappers say, "I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper." You would hear Jadakiss say that. You would hear Jay-Z say that. Angel Wilson is your favorite player's favorite player. You get what I'm saying? All of the quote unquote, our favorite, my favorite one is this one, my favorite one is that one. Well, their favorite one is Angel Wilson. So the people who have these favorites need to give respect and props to the one that's inspiring your favorite. So let's be clear about that. So that's to give Angel Wilson some props. Another thing I want to say is it's not Angel Wilson's fault, but unfortunately, myself included, you know what I mean, and a lot of other fans, not all, because some of y'all was here before the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark rise, right? Some of y'all was here before that. Yes. But a lot of us got here because of that. A lot of us is here because we saw that game and we chose a side. Some people decided that they was Caitlin Clark fans and they wanted to see her do well. Some people, and then once Caitlin Clark got to the WNBA, people who don't watch college, she went to another level. So those fans was like, I want to see Caitlin Clark do well. And that's why a lot of them is fans now. And it was people like me who saw Angel Reese and the way she played with her energy and her motion and how she was talking junk on the court. I was like, and then she's a baddie and she's balling. Like, who's this? okay, I want to see more. And then I fell in love with Angel Reese and her game and just watching her be her. And that's why a lot of fans is here. It's not Asia Wilson's fault, but NIL came into play, right? Once NIL came into play, these players was able to market themselves and they was able to become superstars in college. And that's just really divided. It has nothing to do with these players somehow was better than players that came before them and none of that. It's just more eyes came to the game because of NIL, right? You market yourself. These girls started TikToking. They started marketing themselves. So people started to see things that they didn't know. Oh, I didn't know that girls is balling, that these games was this interesting. Oh, now I'm a fan. Now I want to see them do well. So Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark in the class, and Paige Beckers, because she's a part of that class too, even though she came out a year after them. They all a part of the same class. That particular class, when NIL hit, is changing women's basketball forever, because now from here on out that more eyes is on a game. Whoever the best players are after them, right? We all know they're young, so they're gonna be in the league for a long time, but they're ushering a difference of now people is gonna know who the best players are and who the best players are not, because people are watching. People is watching now. So it's not Asia Wilson's fault. She just came a little bit before they changed that rule. And then so nobody really was watching or cared then, except for the people who just, cared about women's basketball. But a lot of the world just didn't know, right? I think, y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, I think they wasn't even televising the women's tournament or something like that, right? Like,
it was on Twitter.
Yeah, I heard they wasn't even televising it.
And on sometimes you could catch it on Facebook. I mean, on Facebook and YouTube. Sometimes.
Right. But because of that, because of the non-exposure, a lot of people just didn't know, right? And so now, like I said, through the changes of a rule, they was able to get the exposure now, and now you able to see and watch games and see how talented and how good these women really are. You know what I'm saying? So again, Asia Wilson, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Now that all these eyes are on the game, this to me right now and going forward with this new CBA deal is the most important time in Asia Wilson's career, because now the money is here, right, and it's going up. The eyes is here and they're going up. This is when she need to have the Michael Jordan commercials. I want to be like Mike, right? You said cater to the kids and stuff like that, because you're not going to change a lot of adults' perspectives. Like if they feel one way, they feel however they going to feel. But right now is when she need to cater to the kids, and she need to do those Asia Wilson commercials, number 22, and all of these things, and really build her legacy. And that's gonna be her greatness. That's gonna be her exposure. Right, that's going to be the exposure through the commercials and everything like that, because now people are watching and the money is there. So now you're going to capitalize and you're going to get more eyes on you. And then all she got to do is continue doing what she's doing on the court, right? And the way she looked this year, it's hard to even say, I said this before, she looked even better than last year. Right? She's still getting better. She's still getting better. So right now is a time where she needs to just continue doing commercials and just things outside of the game, so people could like say, who is this woman? So her popularity could build like a Caitlin Clark is, like an Angel Reese is, and then she can get the credit she deserves of being the face of the league. But until that changes, the face of the league is always going to be the person everybody knows, right? That's the person, regardless of if they love you, hate you, regardless of you bad, good, indifferent, whatever it is. If people know you and you're marketable and you're the reason why people is going to click or watch or whatever, you're going to be the face of the league. So I think for her, in order for her to be that face of the league, and we already know, like you said, she's a GOAT. To Tiffy Cole's point, my GOAT is Maya Moore, but I know because of stats and everything like that, because she retired early, there's going to be other people who surpass her in stats and accolades and all of this stuff. So Asia Wilson will be the GOAT of GOATs. I just love Maya Moore, so I'm always she was somebody who affected me. Before I was actually watching women's basketball, whenever I would pay attention, it was because of Maya Moore or Angel McCoughtry. Those are the two players that will make me look, right? So shout out to Maya Moore, but the GOAT, we already know the GOAT, and still playing and still balling and still collecting accolades is Asia Wilson. And she will be the face of the league if she continues to do what she's doing as far as playing great on the court and then marking herself off the court so that more people could just be aware of her. Because I'm going to be honest with you, one of the things, before I really knew who she was, one of the things that made me aware of her was her doing the Paul George podcast. She went on Paul George podcast and they started talking about everything she accomplished. And I'm like, I ain't know that. They was like, she's this, she got this, and so it was like, you got to do more of those things outside of the court, so people that don't know you can actually get eyes on you, and then your popularity will build, and then you will be the one and only face of the league. Like you said, she is the GOAT right now. So
yeah. So
and both me and Tiffy Cole is a lot younger than you. Not a little.
Don't get your ass cussed out. That's what you like. I didn't grill. They had me on the grill, y'all. Tiffy, they had your uncle on the grill this morning. I was in a hot 90-degree sun. You know what I mean? Luckily, I was in a shaded area, you know, in the forest preserve. And they had me grilling because they didn't want nobody else to make the food or touch it. So I was on the grill all day, Brooke and Tiffy. And you I already know how the big boys eat. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure our food be properly cooked, and you know what I mean? So hey,
absolutely.
So the thing is this, y'all. I appreciate y'all both coming up here, man, and sharing that with me. And Tiffy, go ahead and get your drop on the show today, and your take on where do you see the WNBA by the time Juju come in? Where would it be? And is it smart? This is the second part. To have another expansion team coming in 2028.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me on, and sounds like a long day, so appreciate you for having the show afterwards too. For us night owls, where the WNBA is going, I think, I think that there's going to be a new champion this year, either by hook or by crook. I think there's going to be a new champion this year. I think it's probably either going to be the Minnesota Lynx or the Dallas Wings. One of those two are going to get it. Because I think what the WNBA wants to do, they want to push this parity. They really want to force it, right? And I don't think that they're going to allow the Aces and Asia Wilson to get another championship. They can't. They just won't allow it. They can't. And Kathy Engelbert definitely doesn't want that to happen, because she just said herself, she is tired of giving Asia Wilson awards. Okay?
She said it.
Which is crazy for her to say. But that's how I believe. Anyway, that's a side note. That's why I believe exactly what Fee said. She said, because Kathy, she thinks she thinks she untouchable. She do not respect these players. But anyway, so I think by the time Juju comes in, there's going to be this big, masquerade of parody, right? They're going to say, oh, now, Juju's coming in. I think she's going to Houston. I don't think that she's going to a team in California.
I think she's going to Houston, too.
Yeah, so the Houston Comets, or Houston, whatever their name is, going to come back. I think that's going to be Juju's team. She's going to get a new coach, and they're really going to push the rivalry between the Comets and the Wings. They want that Texas rivalry. So, which is going to be interesting, which is another reason why I think, we're getting this push of Paige and Dallas, because now they're going to say, oh, is Juju going to take over Texas, blah, blah, blah. You know how they like to manufacture these storylines.
Yes.
So, Unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. As long as they don't knock out my Atlanta Dream in the playoffs, I'm all right with it. As long as we don't get knocked out by that team. I don't know if it's a smart idea. I don't know 100% if Juju's coming out next year. I think she is, but I don't know if it's a smart idea to have two expansion teams the year after, because I don't think the class of 2028 has enough talent. I think the class that has the most talent is 2027, and it would have been wonderful to have Malaysia Wiley and, MK and Tessa Johnson and Hannah Hidalgo, all at these like newer teams. So I think that they should have had an expansion team next year coming with the Houston Comets, and then just one in 2028. Because I'm sorry, Michaela Blake's is great, right? What's her name? The one up in UConn, Sarah Strong. Sarah Strong is good. Joyce Edwards is good, but they're not like there's not enough of them to have that many teams
in their class.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that they're going to struggle. I think there's probably going to be another great shuffle at that time, so they'll be fine because Jordan Canada, thank God, is going to be off of my team in the Atlanta Dream by then because her contract expires. So I think
in the name of Jesus.
Yes, we thank him. She's not gonna be my headache anymore. Okay. So I think there's gonna be another great shuffle that time. We're probably gonna see players leave who are kind of like that 6-man player. They're gonna be looking for contracts again. They're gonna be looking for big money again. So they'll be all right. They're gonna have to fill it with more of like the Deja Kellys and Kennedy Carter and people who
Deja definitely be in the league next year.
Oh, for sure. She has to be, especially Houston, because I think she's from Houston. So I feel like they'll be all right, but it's just a mistake. To me, it's a mistake to do 2 the year after because class of 2027 is so stacked. You wouldn't have ran into the problem this year where Toronto's biggest star is
Marina. Detroit thing real hard because they need that money in the Midwest, which that money, the money is big in the Midwest, Tiffy. So you know what I mean.
It is, but my question is, who's going to be their star? Like you'd have to force, unless you stole like a big star or a big rookie and switch somebody's rookie contract to Detroit. I don't think there's going to be a star available at like the 7th pick.
Well,
6th
I'm
or
gonna
7th
say
pick.
it. I'm gonna say it. And I don't care who gonna get me. Angel Reese wants her own team to be built around her. So I don't care. Give Angel a team, a real good organization that can build around her and cater to her. I know I sound like a little Clarky, but I'm just saying I'm not trying to. Angel, yes, she do want to play with these girls. It's cool and everything because of the circumstances and the situation. But do y'all really think that Angel wanted to give up her fucking city, her team? But really wasn't her team because she had a trash bucket organization who was shiesty and money laundering and selling dope, allegedly. But I'm just saying, this was Angel's team and Angel's city. And she has to go there and try to get in and fit in with somebody else. I said the shit. I don't give a damn. But you know what I'm saying? But I give Angel her goddamn team. And then we talk about, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more of that GOAT situation. From what I understand, that's how Angel really wanted to do. She wanted to stay and build her team just like Asia Wilson was able to do from the motherfucking roots. And get her accolades. It didn't pan out, so now we hear y'all, and I just want Angel to have her own shit, and people have to, you know what I mean? Just like Nas has to be respected, and Ryan Howard putting the plaster on the wall, and they talking about how they had to put screws in the wall in the plywood. You know what I'm saying? The hell with all that shit. Angel is the shit, and if they don't fucking realize who she is, then what's up, boss? Then it's, you know what I mean? It's curtains for me. I'm only there because Angel is there. I'm only there. And then when she leave, I'm going where she go. I'm staying in Chicago with the Sky. But my second team, wherever Angel go, that's where I'm going. And I think that she deserves, you know what I mean, the accolades and the respect that she's supposed to have got here in this trash bucket ass organization, but she didn't get it. I'm sorry, chat. You know, Hey, I'm sorry, but I think the Angel is sometimes falls into a situation she got to come along and get along because it was not her actual, team, so to say. So I'll leave it there. Now they talking about the battle between Nas and Angel. No, it ain't no damn. See that I'm about to start crashing out, Tiffy. No, we finna get up. Don't make me do this, Tiff. Don't make me do this.
Before Brooklyn goes real quick, I
know you was finna do this. Don't do it, Tiffy.
No, I'm not. Listen, we're not crashing out tonight because the game was actually good.
It was a good game.
I think, we are, the reason why we're seeing a little bit of a slow acclimation is because of what you said, bro, Claude. And we can keep our eye on it. I think everybody's they wanted to play team ball today, but I think the reason we're seeing so much hero ball, iso ball, is because they know the clock is ticking. Like, Atlanta Dream is not allowing Angel Reese to leave that building. If they got to lock her, if they got to core her into her 7th year, they will, because they're not dumb. They sold more jerseys in 2 days when they released Angel than they did the whole year.
Yeah.
Angel Reese is not leaving Atlanta Dream. They'll get rid of whoever they need to get rid of if that means that they can keep Angel. Now, Angel's not going to ask them to remove anybody, right? But I think that's the reason we saw a lot of hero ball, because everybody wants to kind of still show that they're a star. And it's like, no, like the same thing that's happening in Dallas. You have to play team ball if you want to win, right? So I think they're fixing it. I think it's going to take maybe a couple more games, but tonight shows that they listen to what the fans say.
Who they listen to?
They do.
Who said what? Say it for them, Tiff.
No, they do listen, because remember the president of Atlanta Dream. What did she say? She said there was a 95% positivity on social media when they announced Angel Reese. They pay attention to that. So what you guys are doing, what all of us are saying, calling out Carl Semesco, calling out the players for their stupidity when they're playing and not getting inside out, that's how you know that somebody went into the office and said, Carl, that 5-out stuff is not going to run. That's why his system looked completely different today. And that's because it's not just the fans, but the front office listens to what the fans say. They're not letting Angel Reese leave that building. And if the fans say, hey, we're not supporting Atlanta no more because y'all keep playing in Angel Reese's face, it took but one game of fans being like, hell no. And it's not just the players, it's Carl Semesco. Now he acts like he has sense. That's because the front office is holding him accountable. So we got to keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, we gonna continue to do it. Like I said, we're gonna continue to do it. And Brooklyn and you and KSAP and ADP and all, Keisha, Duvall, and Tony, and all of these other Angel Reese channels that's now popping up. We the OGs in this shit, and KSAP is the goddamn man. So I'm just saying, y'all, listen. Everybody calm down. Angel gonna be okay. But one thing for certain, one thing for sure. If this team don't learn how to get out of their own way, it's going to be a problem in the playoffs. And that's all I got to say. Because they got everything that they need, even on the bench. You got everything, Semesco, that you need. So turn on your notifications every time I drop a hot banger. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Please give to the channel when you can, and also join the channel if you can. I would ask for you guys to really, really, really support what I'm doing over here. Keisha, Tony, Duvall, and of course, y'all always follow my big brother, my little brother, KSAP, and his thing. Simply Ball Dropping Networks is here. go over to the Full Court Trio, go over to the Players Club, and all I got to say is this. Keep the main thing in the comments. I thank you for what you've done. I thank you for what you do. And I thank you for what you will do. But as always, I leave as I came with another banger. Love y'all. And I got to get up at 5 o'clock to get on post. So I love y'all and I appreciate y'all, man, so much. And guess what? It's going down, but we also have team with it.
I'm about to go down south for the winter, boy. I'm about to bring business back to Illinois. I'm about to go down south for the winter, boy. I'm about to bring business back to Illinois. Hey, I'm on that money. I'm on that hustle grind. I'm out to get what I got to get. I don't care about the time. These suckers know my name. Did man hold it down the game? I don't care about the fame. All I care about is get my change. You mad at my crew because you see us doing it. Got your chumps faded and we bringing true hits. This here wasn't easy, man. Got plenty of tears of pain. I done stood in the middle of the street where every bone in my body had pain. The hustlers feel, man. The haters wanna kill, man. They can bring me up in front of that judge. I'm pleading not guilty. I'm making y'all understand what is going on. Brad Makers movement. In hell, yeah, we going strong. Yeah, I'm in the zone, so I'm phoning home like I was E.T. I'm on top of my square and they can't beat me. I'm about to go down south for the winter, boy. I'm about to bring business back to Illinois. I'm about to go down south for the winter, boy. I'm about to bring business back to Illinois. When I was a little boy, I used to dream about this back coming out of Illinois. That dream became a big wish. I used to do my thing. They used to knock the kid, but they don't know what they do, cause look at what they did. They made me ride harder. They made my business smarter. I'm signing autographs for the rest of my life like Sean Carter. I packed it up, went down south and got on my business, man. With two of my boys, a whole lot of stickers and a little bit of hustle change. I was determined to dig myself up out this hole. I prayed every day, Lord, help me out this hole. So I grabbed my M16, I put on my Cavalier. I went to war with Canaan, now your boys are shining stars.